situation. They bobbled the snap, and the play was busted, and the Panthers stayed at home. Were able to get the negative.
Off the bottom of the pile with the football, but it looks like the linesman on the near side is marking him down. Now they give it to Benton. Panther football at the Greenwood 24.
Woo! That's the kind of way you want to start the game. The ball squirted through. It was a nice contact there and bottled up. Ball squirted. There was a scrum in the middle.
The carry, he tries the center of the line. Eli Martin is going to come up and make the tackle for Greenwood. The start.
Yeah, he does. Very much like Holt used to get lost in the backfield back there.
7 to go in the first quarter, and the Panthers trying to tack on the point after touchdown. 6-play, 33-yard touchdown drive, all 33 of those yards.
Well, I saw Tristan Red was really fired up down there. What's going on about that?
Well, I think he's just glad to be back, back in the lineup again. But I don't know if you saw it, but he
to hold him for everything.
Panthers have it in Bulldog territory at the Greenwood 48-yard line. DeAnthony Harper is going to motion out of the backfield. It's an empty gun for Brown. They set up the screen to Gavin Wells. Wells is going to make the catch, and he is going to surge to the 40-yard line as the Panther blockers downfield. Terry, I am seeing great effort all around from the Benton offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially the seniors. You're seeing the seniors play like seniors. And what a fantastic play call, too. They sold it just perfect. Everybody executed good downfield blocking, and the Panthers are knocking on a door of another first down.
Second down and a long one for Benton, just outside the Greenwood 39-yard line as Brown looks to the sideline. 10 seconds on the snap count. It's going to have Barbary, the tight end, to the left. Slaughter H-back to the right. Going to run power left to DeAnthony Harper. And DeAnthony is going to be stopped, it looks like, just inches shy of the first down. It's going to be third down and inches for Benton.
Yeah, they're going to mark him just a little shy. It'll be a critical third down. And, you know, if the Panthers can convert right here, that'll be 2 third downs in a row, Jim. And we've really struggled on third down this year. It'd be nice to come away with a first down.
31% converting on third down for the season. Benton with third down in less than a yard. Panthers show power to the right. Now they bring Wells in motion. That's a short side of the field. Give it to Harper running left. DeAnthony's got the first down to the Greenwood 34-yard line. Move those chains.
Man, that's a nice job of and that's what Gavin Wells gives you right there. He came in motion, and all of the defense was watching him on that speed sweep, and then the give was to DeAnthony on the left side, and he was able to find enough space to get upfield for a 6-yard gain.
DeAnthony 9 carries for 44 yards in this first quarter. He has been a workhorse out of the backfield for Benton in the early going. 1st and 10 Panthers at the Bulldog 34. DeAnthony gets the carry again, and he's running hard down to the 31. Wasn't a lot of running room that time, and D. Buddy just carrying tacklers, Terry.
Yeah, man, that offensive line is just pounding up front, and they're really taking it to Greenwood right now, trying to drive that line of scrimmage at least 2 to 3 yards in front, and he's running right behind him, Jim. Another big first down, or another big gain for the running back.
2nd down and 7, Benton at the Greenwood 31. Going to fake it to Harper. Going to throw. Has a man, just overthrows Braxton Slaughter at the 5-yard line. As the Panthers running the football, set up that play action. It was open, and Garrett led him just a little long.
Yeah, that's a perfect play call. That's exactly what we need to be doing. Pound, 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 and then hit them with the play action over the top. That time the ball was thrown just a little too far for Braxton to get to it, but it nicely played, or nicely called play.
3rd down and 7, Benton. Wells and Hudgens come to the right. Murdoch split to the left. Ball on the right hash. Slaughter, the H-back, motions to the left. Now they give it to Wells on the jet sweep, running wide to the left. And, boy, Jordan Hanna, that defensive end that we bragged on in the early going, able to track Wells down for a loss of 4 back to the 34-yard line.
Well, that's one of the things that he really gives you. At 180 pounds, he looks a little bit bigger than 180 pounds, but at 180 pounds, he moves so fast there that he's able to contain a lot of those speed plays, as you saw him do right there.
4th down and 9. Brad Harris leaves the offense out on the field. Panthers going for it. The wind at their back. Clock at a minute to go in the first quarter. Benton leads at 7-0. As Wells motions left to right. Brown takes a snap, drops back, pressured, and Garrett Brown's going to be, well, he's going to be sacked finally. Boy, Garrett showing his best DeAnthony Harper imitation, just trying to keep plugging and pressing, and finally goes down at the 35. So Greenwood holds. The Bulldogs will take over with 48 seconds to go. Dio, the Panthers put a good drive together, just unable to finish at that time.
Well, but, you know, one of the things that we need to do is we need to have some time of possession and keep that ball out of Greenwood's offensive hands. So that was a good long look at this sack.
Jace Presley going to be sacked. Brett Barbary, the first one to get to him. Bryce Gallagher and Jaden Woolbright finished it off. Terry, boy, you can't say enough, Brett Barbary and his pass rush.
Oh, yeah, man. He leads the team in sacks and really brought some heat that time. Huge play for the Panther defense, getting a big negative play.
Loss of 10 for Greenwood, back to the 24. It's 2nd down and 20, and now a marker comes in. Benton jumps off sides, a little over anxiousness from that Panther defense. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, and you just saw Jackson Drury run out onto the field. The Panthers going to give him a little bit of a different look this time. Jordan Woolbright going to middle linebacker.
Panthers with a nickel look, as they're going to hand it off to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson is stuffed, nowhere to go, as the Panther defense met him at the line of scrimmage, and the first quarter horn sounds. 1 down, 3 to go. Mission accomplished so far for the Benton Panthers, who lead it at the end of 1, 7-0 over Greenwood. This is Benton Panther football on the Benton Football Network and 106.7 The Ride.
Family and community go hand in hand. That's why ACDI proudly calls downtown Benton our home, and why we are excited to be a part of this community. Hi, I'm Josh Lane, the team captain at ACDI. My teammates understand the importance of serving in the community, and at ACDI, we'll always make that a priority. We are proud sponsors of the Benton Panther football team and thankful to share our family with this great hometown. Go Panthers!
Allied Glass is a full-service glass shop located in historic downtown Benton. Allied Glass is a third-generation business and family-owned and operated since 1967. Mirrors, shower doors, commercial storefronts, auto glass repair and replacement, tabletops, screens, plexiglass, and much more. For all your glass needs, call Allied Glass at 501-778-6244, located at 115 East Sevier in downtown Benton.
As we open the second quarter, it is 3rd down and 14 for Greenwood at their own 30-yard line. Bulldogs are going to send trips to the wide side of the field, single receiver to the short side of the field, 1 man in the backfield. Snap back to Presley. He looks. He throws short to Lazaro Angel. 2 Panthers waiting on him at the 34, and it's going to be 4th down and 10 for Greenwood.
Well, the Panthers are holding their opponents to 38% on 3rd down conversions, and that's the reason why. They played really well that time in open space, kept the offensive player in front of them, and were able to get the stop. Huge stop on 3rd down by the PDC.
4th down and 10. Greenwood's going to punt it away for the 3rd time in the first half, as Jackson Stewart will take the snap from Nathan Nethers. Gavin Wells back deep to receive for Benton. Benton brings the pressure. Stewart gets it away. It's a spiraling punt that Gavin Wells will fair catch at the 24-yard line. Dio, I am impressed with the Benton defense thus far.
Well, it all started with the first play, Brett Barbary coming in and you know, well, he didn't get the sack, but he should have gotten credit for some of it because he was the one that created all the havoc in the backfield. Anytime we can get Greenwood to start, you know, with 2nd and long, that's a fantastic start for that defense. But the PDC is playing really well. We saw flashes of that last week against El Dorado. The difference is these guys aren't giving up the big play tonight.
First down and 10, Benton at their own 24. 11-12 to go in the first half. Benton leads it 7-0. Garrett Brown will take the snap, give to DeAnthony Harper. We've seen Harper the entire way at running back for Benton, and he picks up a couple of yards to the 26. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Nice hard run, but that time that defensive line crashed in, didn't leave him any space. He was still able to get a couple of yards, though, Jim, through effort.
On 2nd down, Wells and Murdoch come to the near side. Slaughter and Hudgens to the far side of the field. Ball on the right hash as Benton moves right to left in this second quarter. Brown takes the snap, going to set up the screen to Wells. Wells breaks a tackle. Wells going to be tackled from behind just over the 30-yard line, and it is going to be 3rd down and 4 for Benton.
Yeah, you could tell that Greenwood's defense was told before the game, wherever number 2 is, you need to be also, because they're really kind of covering him up.
So we saw the Panthers convert a couple of 3rd downs on their previous drive. See if Benton can convert a big 3rd down here. 3rd down and 4. Benton has it at their own 31. The open field is to the right. Brown looks to the sideline, going to give some instructions to his offensive line. Reset to take the snap. Has Harper set to his left. Brown takes a snap, drops back, pass through the hands of Gavin Wells at the 39-yard line. Pass a bit high. Gavin couldn't hold on to it. And on 4th down, Benton will punt it away.
Well, that time it looked like Brown is just trying to make it happen, and he's not getting his feet set. And that's allowing his ball to be a little inaccurate. And that time it was a little too high. We were lucky to not get an interception right there. And the Panthers are going to have to punt on 4th down.
So we'll see Benton punt for the first time tonight. Preston Barker averages 34.8 yards per punt, along a 49 on the season. Barbery's snap is perfect. The rugby punt by Barker, and he shanked it. Man, he shanked it. It is going to land and bound out of bounds at the Greenwood 41-yard line. Boy, the teams moving into the wind have had a tough go of it in this first half. And Barker's punt is going to give Greenwood the ball in Benton territory at the 40.
Yeah, that's a tough break. And really Greenwood's first break. And the pressure is going to be on them to try to cash in on it.
Just 9 yards on the punt. So see if the Benton defense can tighten the screws here with Greenwood starting in Benton territory. They run the jet sweep to Caden Brown, and Brown able to get yardage outside of the Benton defense down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Well, for those that are watching the game on YouTube, you saw the speed of that guy getting on the outside. He's hard to catch up to. 2nd
down and 2 Bulldogs. Presley drops back. He throws out route. Catch is made, and that'll be a 1st down for Greenwood as Trayton Dawson able to make the catch down at the Benton 22-yard line. So 1st down Greenwood. They're knocking on the door of the red zone.
Nice little timing route to back shoulder throw. It's hard to defend, Jim. Panthers did a good job of bottling him up.
Send Brown in motion, fake to him, give it off to Hunter Wilkinson. And Wilkinson is going to be over the 20, down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Here the Bulldogs come with that quick tempo.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left, one man in the backfield as Jace Presley takes the snap, going to throw for the end zone, and unable to hold on to it was Trayton Dawson. Usually a sure-handed receiver for those Bulldogs. A couple of drops tonight for the senior.
Yeah, a couple of drops, but it was good coverage that time, and I was on the far side of the field, and I couldn't see the number of the defender. Here we go on the instant replay. You can see it was Cade Clark getting his hands up and knocking the ball away.
Cade leads the Panthers in interceptions with 5 as Greenwood trying to set up the wheel pass for Hunter Wilkinson. Jackson Drury is going to be called for an interference as he and Wilkinson got tangled up near the 10-yard line. Flag comes in from the linesman across the way. I believe the Panthers are going to get hit with a pass interference or a hold, and that is going to go to Greenwood's advantage.
Well, there's an old saying in the defensive backfield that 15 is better than 7. And I think that's what Jackson was thinking. He was beat that time on the route, and he just grabbed a hold of the jersey to prevent a touchdown.
Yeah, they're going to call the hold. That's going to move it down to the 10-yard line and give Greenwood a 1st and goal. Cannot get a first down. 1st down and goal, Greenwood at the 10-yard line. Going to motion 2 men. Going to give it to Wilkinson running right. He's going to be hit. He's going to be tackled short of the 10-yard line. Boy, the Panther pursuit, Terry, outstanding that time.
Yeah, great job that time by Kane Simmons coming up in run support and submarining down there and getting the tackle. Just a great job on the speed of that play.
Jackson Drury, the first one to hit Wilkinson, slow him up for Simmons to finish him off as they try to throw in the end zone to the big 6'4" receiver Peyton Carter, and it is going to be incomplete. Austin Drury in coverage for Benton, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Austin did a great job of covering the receiver that time, but the pass was a little high to the 6'4" receiver. That's a great play call where they're at the position of the field right now. But you know what? That PDC defensive front is getting some pressure in that backfield and really shaking up the timing on some of these routes.
3rd down and goal, Greenwood at the Benton 10. Presley looking left, throwing left, catch made by Dawson, and he is going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. Jackson Drury with a sure tackle at the 5, and it'll be 4th and goal.
Yeah, it's huge, and it looks like they're going to go for it. The PDC has an opportunity for a goal line stand right here.
Motion out of the backfield. Presley rolling right. Presley throws. Presley connects with Lazaro Angel, who sat down in a soft spot in the Benton coverage just inside the goal line and hauls it in for the Greenwood score.
Yeah, it was nice defensive line pressure that time, too. They almost got to the quarterback. He had just enough time to get the pass out to Lazaro Angel, and now we're setting up for the extra point to make this a tie football game.
Jackson Stewart on to attempt the extra point. Blaze Moore to hold. The snap down and the kick is up. It is good. With 7:40 to go in the first half, Greenwood has tied it at 7-all. Dio thought the defense was going to get the stop, but Greenwood converts on 4th and goal.
Well, that's tough. You know, like I said earlier, Greenwood, really good 3rd down conversion team, showing they can convert on some 4th downs too. It's tough when you get down there so tight against the goal line, especially against a team when they flood. You know, they put 4 receivers out in that formation, flooded that side of the field, and there's bound to be one of them that gets open. But credit the PDC, though, for making them work for it.
Absolutely.
7:40 left, and in the first half, and it's a tie ball game, 7-7. That's a win for the Benton Panthers.
Greenwood 9-play, 40-yard touchdown drive after they were gifted with good field position. Took 2 minutes for Greenwood to score. Do want to say, boy, it's good to see offensive line coach for Greenwood, Brian Sims, a Benton graduate. You remember it's a couple of years ago that Greenwood came here, and Brian had just come out of a life-threatening situation with a terrible illness, and he is doing better and coaching up his offensive line. And even though he's the enemy tonight, it's good to welcome home an old Benton Panther.
It sure is, and it was great to see the community step forward, too. It was a lot of fundraising that went on here locally to help out the Sims family, and I know they appreciated that, and it really gave the Panther community something to rally behind.
Jackson Stewart kicks off for Greenwood. It is going to be fielded by Andre Lane, and Andre has kind of gingerly returned that one to the 17-yard line, and that's where Benton's going to have it short of the 20, 83 yards in front of them, 1st down and 10.
Well, the offense is coming on the field, but, man, that defense sure is playing well right now. Greenwood's offense is averaging 285 yards in the air, and the Panther defense has really limited them to their opportunities. And I just think they're doing a fantastic job right now. And hopefully we could use one of those big, long Panther drives that we've seen in these last 2 previous games.
1st down and 10, Panthers. Ball on the right hash. As Wells going to motion, going to give it off to DeAnthony Harper, and Harper is going to be tackled in the backfield by Garrett Newman back at the 16, and now Greenwood is flying around and patting each other on the back and popping helmets. Is Benton going to face a 2nd down and 11? Momentum shifting, Terry.
Well, a little bit, but what you're seeing is exactly what we talked about in pregame, and that is the speed of this defense. Look, they're not big. They're not this big defense that's going to come in and pound you. They're just guys that are going to get out in space and make a sure tackle.
Brown going to throw on 2nd down. Peyton Hudgens with the catch. And Hudgens is going to be pushed out of bounds around the 23-yard line. Colin Daggett, the 5'8", 150-pound sophomore cornerback, makes the tackle for Greenwood. They're going to mark it at the 24, and that will be a gain of 8, and Benton will have 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. Panthers need to convert and keep this ball and keep running the clock and moving the ball down the field.
Wells and Harper in the backfield with Garrett Brown as Brown tried to get Greenwood to jump. They do not do so. The offense is going to reset, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Brown going to drop back, looks, pumps, now rolls to the right, spins, and he is going to be sacked by Eli Martin back at the 15-yard line. And Benton going to have a 4th down and long and going to have to punt it into that wind.
Yeah, I had a little panic that time. That's the first time I've seen Garrett panic under pressure. They had good pressure, but he still had plenty of time to find a receiver, and he just decided to take off running that time and is going to cost us the loss of yardage.
Looked like the play was going to try to get it to Gavin Wells on a wheel route out of the backfield. Greenwood had it covered up. Boy, now we need Preston Barker to try to boom one into this win. He stands at his own 5-yard line. Jaden Jasna back to return for Greenwood. Much better punt this time from Barker. It's going to go out of bounds on the Greenwood sideline, and they will mark it out at the linesman is still walking. He's going to stop at the 39. So, boy, D.O. Greenwood with good field position once again. You need a big stop right here from the defense.
Yeah, defense is going to have to step up. Really need a momentum play for the defense. Tackle for loss, anything like that, sack. I'd like to see them get the quarterback on his back again. Need Brett Barbary to really step up right here as a senior.
6:01 to go in the 2nd quarter. We are tied at 7, and Greenwood has it 1st and 10 at the Benton 38-yard line as Brown motions. They fake to him. Here comes the pressure. There's the sack, and it is Brett Barbary sacking him back at the 44-yard line. Boy, Brett Barbary off the edge, Terry. Wow.
Man, he exploded off the edge like that. And Dio, just keep dialing him up, buddy. That's exactly what we needed, and that's exactly what we got.
And we got a tip of the hat from Dio. Keep them coming. 2nd down and 16 for Greenwood. Empty backfield. Presley going to throw, and he's going to throw a strike to Lazaro Angel at the Benton 28-yard line. It's going to be very close to a 1st down, maybe just a half yard short.
Yeah, he'll be just about a half yard short, and another big 3rd down for the PDC here.
3rd down and 1 as they mark it at the 29. Wilkinson set to the left of Presley. He gets the carry. Boy, the Benton defense had a whole stuff, Terry. Wilkinson able to plow forward for a couple of yards, and that'll move the chains.
Well, you always hear coaches talk about falling forward, and that's exactly what they got on that play. The Panthers stood him up at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fall forward, and they're going to call it 4th down. They say he didn't get it. Oh, now they're moving the change.
Colin Yandell is in there at nose man for Benton. He did a good job of plugging the center of the line on that 3rd and short. They go back to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson's going to be hit by middle linebacker Bryce Gallagher. Just a 1-yard gain for Wilkinson, but boy, that's what you want to see out of your Mike linebacker.
Oh, yes, sir. He put a good lick on him and then attacked the football once he had a hold of him, trying to strip that ball out and get a turnover for his team.
Great job by the senior Bryce Gallagher. Came in tonight with 33 tackles. Seen him recover a fumble as they give it to Brown on the jet sweep. Brown going to be bumped out of bounds down near the 23. Terry, you thought you saw a hold.
Oh, no two ways about it. He had a hold of his jersey, and that was the guy that had containment too. The Greenwood got away with one that time.
Tony Linehan agrees with you as he's nodding his head in full agreement. It's 3rd down and 6 for Greenwood at the Benton 24-yard line. Empty gun, Presley throws, catch is made by Peyton Carter, breaks a couple of tackles. Look at Carter go down to the 5. He is straining toward the end zone. And in a play, I hate to say this, reminiscent of what Peyton Holt did last year, breaking tackles and spinning and twirling. Peyton Carter picks up a 1st down, 1st and goal Greenwood at the 1.
Hey, you know, sometimes the other team makes a great play, and Peyton Carter that time, man, that was a fantastic play.
Give it to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson is going to be in the end zone. Hunter Wilkinson, with his 12th touchdown of the season, scores for Greenwood. And with 4:10 to go in the 2nd quarter, the Bulldogs take their first lead of the ball game, 13-7.
Well, the Panther defense got put in a bad spot that time. You know, these guys, you can't allow them to start on your end of the field, whether that's a turnover or a muffed punt or whatever. They don't need any help.
Jackson Stewart's extra point is going to hit the crossbar and bang through the upright and bounce through. A fortunate bounce for Greenwood. It's 14-7 Bulldogs with 4:10 to go in the first half. Dio, these teams going into the win tonight have really struggled, both offenses.
Well, I don't know that it's so much the wind because it's really not blowing that hard down here. I mean, I'm looking at the flag over there, and it's got a little bit of wind, but you really can't feel a whole lot down here.
Okay.
You know, at this point, this is where the momentum has changed a little bit. But our guys, Benton has got to believe that they can do what they did in the first quarter. This is reminiscent of last year. You remember we played most of the game on the wrong side of the field. Seems like we were always in bad field position. Need to flip that around, but what that takes is a good extended drive, pushing it down into their, into their end of the field. Even if you have to punting it down far enough where they've got to make a drive. They haven't had to make a drive yet tonight.
It's been 2 drastically different quarters. Benton fortunate with field position in that first quarter, Terry, and Greenwood has flipped the script here in the second quarter.
Well, you know, Greenwood, they average 14 points in the first quarter. I mean, they are a quick start team. They average 14 in the first quarter and 11 in the second quarter, so 25 and a half. To have them held to 14 and then still getting back the ball, the Panthers had to feel pretty good about this first half.
Jackson Stewart's kickoff is going to be fielded in the end zone by Andre Lane, and so Benton will start at their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 Panthers with 4:10 to go and 80 yards in front of them. The Panther offense back out on the field.
Well, this is a time that offense needs a really good 4-minute drive for a touchdown, tie this ball game, and get into the locker room.
So Randy Shaw gives the play to Garrett Brown. Offensive coordinator Justin Ray calling plays from the press box. Wide receiver coach Randy Shaw signaling the plays in for Benton. 1st down and 10 Panthers. Ball at the 20. Benton with a single receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left, and now with the snap clock running out, Brad Harris is going to call a timeout and bring his offense over to visit with him. You know, Brad Harris, 29 wins in his 4th season with the Panthers, 64% winning percentage, Terry. That's a 4th best all time in Benton football history for a head coach.
Well, he's a great head coach and a great defensive coach, and he's also coming in at a good time. Timing's everything, and you know, he took over from a good head coach, and we've kind of got a pipeline now of teaching our football system at a very young level. So by the time he gets some players, they're ready to be coached.
And I'll tell you something else about Brad Harris. He's the hardest working guy you'll ever see. He's
betcha.
out here every Saturday morning, whether they go to Siloam Springs or they play at home for PDFL games.
That's exactly right.
Brown on first down is going to hand off to DeAnthony Harper. DeAnthony bounces it outside, and he's going to have first down yardage and more. Flag comes in late as DeAnthony tackled out of bounds all the way into the Benton bench. It's marked out at the 37, and that should add 15 yards onto it.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate aspect of that play. It was the right call. Unintentional. It wasn't one of those intentional personal fouls, but DeAnthony turned the corner that time, and he got a hold of his jersey and slung him out of bounds.
So DeAnthony was marked out at the 37, and they are going to tack 15 yards onto that. And now the field position flipping in the Panthers' favor as Benton will have first down at the Greenwood 48.
Hey, man, that's a huge play. That's a 25-yard gain.
Well, it's 17 plus, it's 32.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you 17, add the 15 on to it. First down and 10, Benton at the Bulldog 48. So Brown brings Wells in motion, fakes to him, throws, and he throws wide of Peyton Hudgens. Incomplete. We saw Peyton injured last week down at El Dorado, and he's kind of nursed that injury all week. Maybe the timing off a little bit as Peyton gutting it out there on the field tonight, unable to practice all week.
Yep.
Second down and 10, Benton at the Greenwood 48-yard line. As Brown looks to the sideline, snap clock at 15. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Casey Johnson is in there running back for Benton. To the left of Brown. Going to give it off to Casey. Casey's got running room. Casey is inside the 20. Casey's inside the 10. Touchdown! What a block by Braxton Slaughter, who pancaked the safety at the 5. Casey Johnson, 48 yards for a Benton score, and the Panthers are a PAT away from tying it up.
Man, that's exactly what Casey Johnson gives you in that change of pace. And they ran the same play that they ran with DeAnthony Harper, with the exception that Casey exploding through the line of scrimmage for the huge touchdown.
Braden Murdoch will hold. Brian Araujo will kick with 3:48 to go. Panthers trying to tie this one up. It's a high snap. Murdoch pulls it down. Araujo kicks it through, and Benton has tied it at 14 on a 48-yard touchdown run by Casey Johnson. That's a 3-play, 80-yard drive, Dio. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Well, I would have liked it to have been a 10-play, 80-yard drive, and that score come with 2 seconds left on the clock. But it's a momentum shifter, and it's what we talked about. Benton may live or die by the big play this year. You never know, but as long as we're getting some of our big plays in there, it's going to work out fine. Good opportunity for the defense to come back out, shut Greenwood down before halftime.
Boy, we've seen that play, Terry, that we haven't seen all year.
Yeah.
It's sort of a very, very delayed draw that's worked exceptionally well in this first half.
It has. They've run it twice, and they've run it successful both times, and both times with a different running back. And, boy, I'll tell you, you see the speed of Casey Johnson. Man, when he hits the line of scrimmage, he is at full speed, and that was a huge factor in how big that run was.
48 yards on the touchdown run by the sophomore. Brian Araujo will kick off for the Panthers. Has it teed on the near hash mark, and he will put his foot into it, kick it to the near side. It is going to be fielded, and returning it to the center of the field to the 28-yard line will be the Bulldogs, and that's where they will put it in play. First down is Colton Tuck had an interception in the first quarter, returns that one for Greenwood.
Now, here's where that discipline comes in. The Panther defense have got to play disciplined. They've got to stay with their man, and they've got to help each other communicate. When the ball's in the air, they've all got to be yelling ball.
So look at that Panther front three. It's Barbary, Yandell at nose man, and Justin Walker is shifted outside to end. So Greenwood's going to swing it out to Caden Brown, and Brown is going to make the catch and run out of bounds at the Bulldog 34-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, I think you're going to see them go sideline to sideline here for a few plays and then try to hit us over the top.
2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. Trips to the wide side of the field, and Colin Yandell, a little over anxious, going to jump offside, and that'll give Greenwood the first down via a penalty.
Yeah, you can't help them. They don't need any help.
What were the keys? Be the most physical and the most disciplined team on the field. Don't want to give them any gifts, and the Panthers do. Greenwood will have it first down following the penalty at the 39. As the chain set, Jace Presley takes a snap and throws high and wide of Trayton Dawson. Incomplete. Terry, you said they were going to work the sideline, and we're seeing them do that. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they're looking to get those little 5- and 6-yard plays and then see if they can get a chunk on a missed tackle or something like that. But then they're going to lull us to sleep, and then they'll go over the top.
Aaron Legion checks in at running back for Greenwood. On 2nd down, they are going to hand it off. It's their backup quarterback. He's going to throw it L.D. Richmond downfield. It's intercepted! Intercepted by Austin Drury. He's returning it into Greenwood territory. Gets a big block. He's down to the 33-yard line.
Oh,
whoa,
come on.
what a late flag. My word, that comes in as a Greenwood player injured. Panthers coming off the field celebrating. It is an Austin Drury interception as Greenwood went with the reverse pass from their backup quarterback. And it was well underthrown. Austin Drury with the pick. The referees are going to sort out the penalty.
Well, they better pick this flag up. That is absolutely a terrible call by a guy that was 35 yards down the field when there was an umpire standing not only 7 yards, but about 7 to 10 yards away from the play. It was a great downfield block, which sprung an extra 15 yards on the return. And they're gonna call it.
Jace Presley, the quarterback, was the injured Bulldog. As the officials are speaking with Brad Harris. It'd be nice if he would if he would motion to the press box what the call is. As Brad and the official are having a conversation. Now he's going to go back. Dio, can you sort out what's going on for us?
Yeah, I think he's asking Brad if he wants to decline the holding penalty back here in the backfield. I think that's what he was motioning. He was.
Oh.
I think he's saying, are you going to decline this holding penalty? But then it looks like they got a sideline warning as well over here. There's 4 different flags from 4 different refs, and there's 3 different calls, it looks like, on the field.
I see the flag in the backfield back there, Dio.
Well,
we were so upset about the Cabot-esque call on the good downfield block that.
Well, here's the deal. From my angle, I'd have thrown a flag if I was a referee too. However, if I'm a coach, I'm gonna pat Jaden Woolbright on the back and tell him good job. But this is a softer, kinder, gentler football, Terry. They're going to call that every time when it's when you get a good shot on somebody. They pretty much want you to face them up straight on, and he came in kind of from the side. It's one of those hit or miss. From my angle, it looked blindside, but I don't really care. I'd have done it just to be aggressive. Most physical team on the field, that's the key tonight.
As Rick Jones is now having a meeting with the officials on the Greenwood sideline, Brad Harris is standing at the 40-yard line on the numbers on the Benton side of the field. The referees having to sort out multiple flags that have been thrown. Now Bobby Wynn is going to visit with head coach Brad Harris. The official, after talking with Rick Jones, is going to come over and now meet with Coach Harris. And so the officials are sorting it out.
They're giving them back the football.
They are marking that football at the 46-yard line. The Greenwood offense is on the field. We still haven't gotten any signal as to what the penalty is.
This is absolutely unbelievable.
And now we are going to get the call. We have a personal foul, roughing the passer against Benton. Personal foul against Benton that is declined. First down, Greenwood. So a personal foul, roughing the passer. Benton intercepts the pass. Greenwood is going to retain possession, and the penalty is going to move it to the Benton 46-yard line. Harris still on the field, trying to get the officials' attention.
That is unbelievable.
A crazy turn of events. So the officials are still visiting before they put the ball in play. 3:10 to go in the first half. What appeared to be Benton football down at the Greenwood 35 after the penalties. And now Rick Jones is hollering out at the officials, and now finally they're going to put it back in play. All kinds of confusion among the fans over here on the near side, who now shift their ire to encouragement to support the Benton defense. It's 1st down and 10 after all that Greenwood, and L.D. Richmond is going to be in at quarterback. He takes the snap, and he keeps down to the Benton 43-yard line for a gain of 3.
We see the replay here on Benton Football Network. Just as he threw the ball, it looked like there was some contact, but you couldn't see on the replay the extent of it.
Presley back in at quarterback, and he throws. Caden Brown makes a diving catch at the Benton 32-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Greenwood 1st down. First down, Bulldogs.
See that quick tempo coming again.
So they are to the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Trips to the left as they change in a dry ball after that play. 1st down and 10, ball on the right hash. Snap to Presley, give off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson running left, and Wilkinson is going to have 1st down yardage and more, and he's going to be inside the 20 down to the 19, and Greenwood's in the red zone, 1st and 10.
Clock still ticking, 2:28.
1st down and 10 Bulldogs as they hurry to the line, go back to the ground with Wilkinson running right, and that time Benton hits him and brings him down after a gain of just 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, there's a huge pile there at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we may have a Panther dinged up a little bit. Looks like Caleb Kaufman got rolled on. He's up and playing, though.
Woolbright and Jackson Drury on that last tackle. 2nd down and 9. Empty gun for Presley. He's looking left. He's looking left. He's throwing left. And that ball off the fingertips of his tall receiver, Peyton Carter, the 6'4 senior, incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, you saw Caden Simmons that time make a good break on the ball, but the ball was thrown too high. Kind of almost wish that would have been underthrown. Kane might be still running.
Ball in the center of the field, 3rd down and 9. Empty gun for Presley. He looks left. He throws left. Ball batted away, and the Panthers almost able to come up with the deflection interception as Simmons dove for it. But credit Cade Clark with great coverage.
Huge pass breakup that time. We talked about getting some pass breakups on 3rd down, and that was one right there. Was a drive stopper, and now they'll have to go for the field goal to try to take the lead.
Cade Clark came in leading the team in interceptions with 5 and pass breakups with 6. He got a big one there. Greenwood's going to go for the field goal on 4th and 9. Jackson Stewart to kick from the 24. A 34-yard attempt for Stewart is up, and it is good. Stewart a perfect 4 for 4 on the season in field goals. Gets the field goal, and now Greenwood takes a 17-14 lead with 1:36 to go. Boy, Dio, you thought you had the ball down at the 35. A roughing the passer call goes against you, but the defense keeps them out of the end zone.
Yeah, tough call, especially you get that interception. You think you got it. And I don't know why. I guess in my head I kept thinking that you couldn't get a roughing the passer when it was a pitch back. To a running back. I didn't think there was such a thing as roughing the passer, but apparently I'm wrong. But hey, great job to the defense to hold them to 3 points right there. That's a win right there. The defense can hold their head high, give the offense something to do with 1:36. We didn't even need that long on that last drive, so let's see if we can do that again.
So 1:36 to go. It did take the Panthers just 22 seconds to go 80 yards. The last time Benton had the football. Andre Lane and Jaden Nash are going to go back to receive for Benton. Jackson Stewart, who just kicked the 34-yard field goal to give Greenwood the 3-point lead, will kick off for the Bulldogs. Stewart approaches it. He puts his foot into it. It's an end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded by Lane at the 1-yard line. Lane over the 15, and that's exactly where they're going to snuff him under at the 16-yard line. Panthers stopped short of the 20.
Yeah, the Panthers are going to have to make some adjustments on the kickoff return because we just don't have the speed to get outside of them. If that ball is anywhere near that goal line, we need to let that thing hit and just take the 20.
So Benton will have it at their own 16 with 1:30 to go in the first half. It's been a very, very good first half as Panthers trail by 3, but battling hard tonight against the #1 ranked team in Class 6A. First down Panthers, 2 men in the backfield, Wells and Harper. Brown fakes to Wells, throws for Slaughter. That one batted up in the air and it falls
Welcome back,
incomplete.
Dio Benucci here with you.
That's a great job that time by the middle linebacker getting his head up and getting a hand up in the air and getting a hand on that ball. Almost caused a really bad scenario for the Panthers.
Stay with us at halftime. The Farmers Bank and Trust halftime show. Coach Dexter Hendricks will give us a preview of Benton basketball 2019. It's the give off to DeAnthony Harper. Greenwood trying to wrestle the ball away from him. They're not going to be able to do so as Harper going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 Panthers.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see Greenwood take a timeout. That's a smart coaching call right there. They can get the ball back if they can hold here on 3rd down and still have enough time to get down the field.
1:08 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining.
Hey,
Dio's the rain stopped down there?
Yes, sir. It's dry right now. It's really good fall football weather, to be honest with you. A little wet on the turf, so every time that ball skips across the ground, it picks up a little moisture, but it's a great night down here.
Hey, Dio, the offense kind of came out on the field this time looking a little slow or slower than they have. You pick up on anything?
Well, I noticed the same thing. I wasn't going to say anything. I was thinking maybe they were just, shaking it off. I don't know, but you're right. It didn't seem like they had the same fire. It looked like they were just kind of trying to, maybe get out of this half or something like that instead of playing to drive the football down the field.
Yeah.
We'll also at halftime give you a little preview of Benton volleyball postseason action. It begins tomorrow up in Conway for the Benton Junior High team, and the 5A state tournament for the high school team begins Tuesday at Banco ZK Arena. On 3rd down, Benton sets up the screen to Braxton Slaughter, who makes the catch and is tackled at the 25-yard line. It's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down as Greenwood takes another timeout with 55 seconds to go.
Yeah, it was a good play call and good execution on the Benton Panthers' part. Greenwood just made a good defensive play or a good enough defensive play to hold the Panthers to 4th down.
Let's tell you right now about the Central Arkansas Junior High Conference Tournament tomorrow at Buzz Boulding Arena on the campus of Conway High School. Benton Junior High is the #1 seed and will open play against the #8 seed Lake Hamilton at 9 a.m. When the Lady Panthers win that game, they will play in the second round at 11:15 a.m. against the winner of Conway White and Cabot South, and the championship game will be tomorrow at 1:45. Good luck, Benton Junior High Lady Panthers. The 5A state volleyball tournament will be at Banco ZK Arena in Hot Springs. The Lady Panthers are the #1 seed from the south and will play Maumelle on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. A win would put the Lady Panthers in the quarterfinal round Wednesday at 5 against the winner of Mountain Home in Russellville. The semifinals would be at 3 o'clock on Thursday. So good luck to Coach Shoup and the Benton High School Lady Panther volleyball team in next week's volleyball state tournament. As Benton's going to punt it away on 4th and 1. Preston Barker, good high punt from Preston, and it's going to be a fair catch by Jaden Jasna at the Greenwood 46-yard line. So Rick Jones, Terry, used his timeouts to get the football back. Greenwood's got it. Still a timeout in their pocket, 47 seconds and the ball at the 46.
Well, they made that critical stop on 3rd down and was able to get the ball back. And, you know, they've got great field position, certainly enough to get down the field in field goal range.
Going to set with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 men in the backfield. Now they motion Carter left to right on the formation. And motion Brown out of the backfield. They look, pump to him, now looking deep is Presley. He's going to be forced to scramble. He was 3 yards past the line when he threw it, and it's picked off by Wyatt Howard. Wyatt Howard with the interception. There's 2 flags on the field. Jace Presley was 3 yards past the line of scrimmage when he threw it. That's got to be an illegal forward pass that Benton will decline and take the football.
Yeah, let's see what they call, though. It looks they're looking to the sidelines, asking if they want the decline. That's what we're going to get, and it's going to be 1st down Panthers.
Illegal forward pass is the signal against Greenwood. Benton declines it, and it is Benton football, 1st down. How about the senior Wyatt Howard with his first interception of the season?
That's true. Wyatt's played really well in the plays that he's gotten on the field, and he comes up with maybe the play of the game right now. It's a huge interception and gives the Panthers the ball, 1st and 10 with 38 seconds left on the Benton Panther 48-yard line.
And the Panthers with 2 timeouts. So we'll see what Justin Ray and Brad Harris dial up here with a gift possession. Panthers going to go with a little double reverse pass. Brown throwing downfield to Slaughter. Slaughter is bumped, and Eli Martin comes over, bats it away. Benton looking for a pass interference call. They don't get it. It's incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, the referee was looking right at it and didn't make the call, and Panthers will be faced with 2nd down.
So the Panthers with a little razzle-dazzle there on 1st down. 2nd down and 10. Brett Barbary is the tight end to the left. Trip receivers to the right. DeAnthony Harper in the backfield. To the right of quarterback, Garrett Brown. So they fake. Brown going to throw under pressure, and he throws. Diving catch by Gavin Wells at the Greenwood 34-yard line. That's a gain of 18 and a Benton 1st down.
Huge catch by Gavin. His ball is a little underthrown that time because Garrett was under pressure, but he had just enough on it for Wells to get under it for a huge 1st down for the Panthers.
Clock ticking, under 20 seconds. Martin pressures Brown from behind. Brown throws. Wow, what a leaping catch by Braxton Slaughter at the 21-yard line. And now Brad Harris takes a timeout with 13 seconds.
Huge catch by Braxton Slaughter that time. Huge 1st down, gets the Panthers the ball on the 22-yard line with 13 seconds left. That's within field goal range, Jim. The Panthers may have an opportunity to get in the end zone or tie this game up going into the halftime.
Well, we talked about Braxton Slaughter's diving catch at El Dorado
last
week. He may have bested it right there with that leaping catch on the sideline. Outstanding catch by Slaughter. It is going to be 1st down and 10 Panthers at the Greenwood 21-yard line. Panthers moving into that 10-mile-an-hour breeze. It's in their face. 13 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. The ball is on the left hash as Benton moves right to left. Murdoch and Wells set to the left. Now going to motion Wells to the right. Gives Benton trips that way. Trying to set up the screen to Wells. He makes the catch. Boy, nice play by Jaden Martin, the Greenwood senior linebacker, to tackle Wells at the 19-yard line. And Benton's going to take their last time out of the half with 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was a great job of slipping off of that block. There was good blocking downfield. They let one guy get through who actually fought through his block and got loose. And that was all he needed because he actually made the tackle. I mean, it was a one-on-one play, and he made a good defensive play.
Dio, you said the wind wasn't much of a factor. Maybe it factors into Brad Harris's decision here about trying a field goal.
Well, I think he's actually about to kick a field goal is what it looks like. He's talking to Araujo right now over here. So they're going to try to put it in the air and tie the score up before we go into halftime.
That'll be a 36-yarder, 37-yarder, which will be a career long for Araujo.
We saw him drill a 31-yarder at El Dorado last week in the fourth quarter with room to spare. And Araujo is going to trot out, and he's going to put that tee down at the 26-yard line. Braden Murdoch will hold. Nolan Pope is the deep snapper. 5 seconds to go in the first half, and the Panthers are going to attempt a 36-yard field goal to tie this game. As Araujo steps off his paces, Murdoch looks, calls for the snap. Snap back, hold down, kick up. It's got plenty of leg from Araujo. It is good. Brian Araujo drills it to end the first half, and the men in maroon are pumped as they go to the indoor complex at halftime, tied with the #1 ranked Greenwood Bulldogs.
Man, what a huge field goal, huh?
How about it? That Benton soccer program coming in, huh?
Hey, you got the best goalkeeper in the state lining up and hitting a huge 36-yard field goal to tie the game going into halftime.
So momentum in maroon at halftime as Wyatt Howard made the interception that Benton turns into points, and it is 17-all at halftime tonight between Benton and Greenwood. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, Dexter Hendricks and members of the Benton Panther basketball team will join us to talk about their upcoming season on the Farmers Bank and Trust halftime show tonight. This is Benton Panther football on 106.7 The Ride and the Benton Football Network.
Congo Fireplace and Patio has been Benton's go-to place for all your hearth needs since 1920. Stop by now and see over 20 live burning displays. With the South's largest selection of gas logs, gas inserts, and wood-burning stoves, Congo has what you need to heat your home this winter. Get any accessory you need for your fireplace and stove in one place. Plus, see the largest selection of pellet stoves. With over 90 years of combined sales and service, there's no other place to shop.
Are you looking for something different and better? Then check out the all-new, redesigned 2019 GMC Sierra from Everett. The next generation Sierra has an impressive new look and more capability than ever before. You'll love Sierra's industry-leading new features, like the exclusive multi-pro tailgate. The new 2019 GMC Sierra. It's different and better, just like the buying experience at Everett Buick GMC and everettvgmc.com.
We're extremely community-oriented in Benton, and that's the same thing that we have at Cornerstone. A lot of the things that Cornerstone enables me to do, the great experience that we provide, it allows the customer to focus on what's really important in their life and not just getting their loan. We're going to take care of that part so that they can get to watching their kids' football game or to that recital that's important to them, and that's what really matters.
Jones Heating and Air, located at 520 Edison Avenue in Benton, specializes in residential, commercial, and new construction HVAC systems and offers 24-hour service. Jones is a proud supporter of Benton Panther Athletics, the Saline County Boys and Girls Club, and youth sports at Benton's Riverside Park. Find out more at jonesheatingandair.com or call 501-778-3324.
Welcome back to Benton, Arkansas. It is halftime tonight on Benton Panther football. 17-17, the Panthers and Greenwood Bulldogs tied at the half. And we welcome to the Farmers Bank and Trust halftime show the head coach of the Benton Panther basketball team, Coach Dexter Hendricks. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. We're excited.
Let's take a quick gander back to last season, a 15-win season for your basketball team. maybe as you've thought back to last year, maybe a quick summary of last season.
Sure, I thought we were very competitive last year. Played a lot of, played a lot of close games in our conference games. A big thing in our preseason and offseason has been learning how to finish. We are looking back at it. We stopped at the end of the conference year, and we for the 13 games, if we would have stopped the game at the end of the third quarter, we've been 12-1. So played really well up into the fourth quarter, and as coaches and players, we took a lot of time this off-season, preseason, just to figuring out what we could do to finish better and finish stronger. We know we can compete with anybody in our league, and it's just having that mentality to get over that hump and finish strong in the fourth quarter. And I think these guys have done a great job of that this preseason, and we're just really excited to get started here in a couple weeks.
What do you? I mean, that's such a weird deal. What if you've dissected that? What have you attributed that to?
Well, I've reached out to a lot of different coaches, coaching buddies. It's funny. I've actually talked to Coach Rick Jones a little bit. I called him a couple weeks ago and earlier this preseason, and me and Coach talked a lot about coaching is coaching and just the mentality, the mental part of it. And I think those guys do a great job of, no matter who they're playing against, they're mentally, they're prepared to win and feel like they're going to win. And I think our football program, Coach Harris, is obviously with the success they've had in the last couple of years, doing the same thing. So I've tried to pick a little bit of everybody's brain, and we've done a lot of special situations. We think we can try to really prepare them through practice, through a lot of adversity, a lot of tough training. And we feel like we've done that, but, we're ready to get in that game-like experience and see that. So that's been a big focus of us, just learning how to finish the mental part.
Last year was the first year in basketball season of the Panthers playing in this 5A conference that brought some old familiar faces like El Dorado and Texarkana back onto the schedule. Maybe your evaluation of being back in that kind of conference play.
I've really enjoyed it. It reminds me of a lot of how, it was in the past, growing up here in Benton, playing here at Benton, and always been around Benton basketball. It just reminds me a lot of the past. I guess the one difficult thing about it, you can't get used to any conference now. It changes so much. So we're about to start our last season of it, and we change and go into Central next year. It will be obviously really challenging, but overall it's very competitive. Lake Hamilton obviously had a special year last year, going 14-0 in conference and making it to the Final Four. So they had a great year, but it's going to be extremely competitive from the top to the bottom, and we look to be part of the fight at the end and just compete each and every night. And we're just excited about playing one of the best conferences in the state.
Now I know when we had Coach Shoup on with us a couple of weeks ago, we talked about volleyball's not just a 2 or 3 month sport anymore. It's year round. Same's true for basketball.
There's no question about it. It's completely different than it has been. And if you don't organize it or structure it the way you feel is best for your kids or your coaching staff, it'll eat you up. So we try to do a good job of really planning and preparing the right way. Really, the first 2 months of school are our slow time out of the entire school year and summer. So we try to do that. And we're this time of year, our kids are so excited to get on the court. Coaches are excited to see all the hard work and see what we look like. It's funny, all our players, even these guys standing behind me, they feel like they're ready. And me and Coach Fish could just talk about how much more we got to get better at, and we're work in progress. But it's an exciting time of year for us. There's no question about it.
So tell us a little bit about what's happened in Benton basketball from the end of last season through the summer until now. I know summer's a busy time for you guys as well. Give us a little recap of what all's happened this summer.
It has. It was a really busy summer. The AAA. I guess it was 2 years ago, came out where you can only have 8 playing days during the summer. We tried to play some in the spring. We played about 12 games before school even got out, and then we had 8 playing days during the summer, just what the AAA lets you have. And we went to Ole Miss team camp, got away, got some time to play some really good competition, but more importantly, we got some time to get away and get some team chemistry going, really figure out what type of guys we got for us and with us. And I think it's just been really good for everybody bonding and getting along, and helps us coaching staff learn our kids better. Some of our guys been with us for 3 years now or 4 years now from the 8th grade, and we're still figuring out more and more about them and how they've grown over the past few years. And but we got a lot of time to spend a good quality time together. And then obviously this preseason we focused in on a lot of weights, a lot of skill development, and probably, like I said, the biggest thing is just learning how to finish. Having that mentality that the fourth quarters are a quarter to dominate, and that's what we're trying to just mentally and physically prepare for.
Okay, tell me a little bit about some of the names, some of the guys that you have high hopes for this year.
Well, sure, it definitely starts with these 3 guys behind me here, our seniors. We have 4 seniors that are with us right now, and then we'll have 2 coming from football, and Brett and Jaden Nash. And But these guys, Jalen Cox, Ethan Hillkirk, Colton Phillips, and Michael Green are with us right now, the 4 seniors in preseason. And they've done a tremendous job kind of setting the tone. You know, Ethan's been with us now 2 years, but Jalen and Colton been with us for 3 years now. And they understand what we expect from them, and it's not easy. It's not always easy, and they understand how to take coaching, take hard coaching, and how we push them. And so these guys set the tone for our younger guys, our JV guys, our sophomores, our young guys in our program. But you know, I really expect some great leadership. And when things get tough, and things get difficult, and that fourth quarter, and you're on the road or you're at home, you need to make a tough play or a big play, I should say. I expect our seniors to do that this year, and I really feel good about those guys.
Had a pretty big senior class last year.
We did.
That you graduated. So not only have you had spots on the roster to fill, but leadership as well, and these guys have done a good job stepping in there for you.
There's no doubt about it. We call it being truth tellers in our program, and that's what we just call it, truth. Really, Jalen and Ethan are only guys that played a lot of varsity minutes for us last year. And to see these guys grow, such as Colton, Mike, and a couple, I can name almost all our juniors, see them grow over the preseason. It's just really special, and I feel like those guys, they'll jump right in there and provide that leadership and provide that role. And even they haven't played as many, varsity games, don't have that experience, but they've definitely proven over the last couple months they can do it.
So before we talk to these guys, tell us when can folks get a sneak peek at the Panthers?
You bet. Yeah, we're real excited about that. We'll be talking about that a lot over the next couple of weeks. But our maroon and gray game is November 7th, Thursday, November 7th. The best thing about our schedule this year, our non-conference schedule, we open up with our first 4 or 5 games at home. We have our Benton Classic that's at home, so you'll have plenty of chances to come watch us this year at home, especially in the non-conference. But yeah, we're just 2 weeks away, so we're extremely excited.
Now, the Benton Classic will be at the arena and not the River Center.
That's correct. That's correct. That's in works. It's been in works for a few years now, so I don't know. There's still a lot of moving parts to get that finished and get that going, but it's still in the plans to someday host that at the River Center and kind of host likely the tournament that's in Pine Bluff every year. That's kind of about it. So that's our goal. But right now we're happy to have it our place and get some more home games for our home crowd.
Absolutely, big dreams for Benton basketball in the future, and it's all going to tip off in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
So
about to get busy.
Yeah. Well, let's talk to these guys. Coach, thanks for coming up and visiting with us tonight. Let's bring Jalen in here. Jalen, you got that Benton basketball shirt on tonight. Senior year, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? So tell me a little bit. What are you most excited about here, your senior year?
I'm more excited to see how my team's going to play, how we're all going to contribute to the team, and how we're all going to play and unite together with good team chemistry. And, see how good we do through the season.
So Coach Hendricks talked about this summer you guys getting to do some traveling and team camps. What's been the highlight? What was the highlight of the summer for you basketball-wise?
Just us getting together and doing a lot of team bonding stuff and stuff like that, and having fun, catching some dubs with my boys through the summer.
Catching some dubs with the boys, huh?
Yes,
lot of dubs in summer ball.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Jalen, thanks. Let's work Colton in back here. Now, Colton, what are you doing? He was talking about getting dubs. You were shaking your head no back there.
Well, see, so I missed a lot of summer ball this summer with just mission trips and stuff with my church, so I didn't get to see most of those. But I got to go to Ole Miss and we went to PA and just fought through some really tough opponents through there. Like we beat Bryant at PA, we beat Hot Springs too, which is going to be 2 of our really big conference and just a rivalry game this summer.
Yeah,
this year.
Absolutely, awesome. So, in addition to basketball, mission trip?
Yes, sir. Mission trips. I go to Ecuador every summer with my church, and we do I play basketball with the kids there, kind of just take care of them. We go to an orphanage, so that works too. And I run cross country, so that's also.
Okay, so cross country season.
Yes, sir. We're about to wrap that up. We got conference meet on Monday.
So if you're in cross country, you got to be the best conditioned Panther.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say so.
You better be.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Running cross country. Now here the cross country team's having a pretty good season.
Yes, sir. We're ranked number 3 in the state right now. So we've got our conference meet at OBU on Monday. So that'll be an interesting thing for us to see how we do there.
Awesome. Good luck and best wishes. Tell me, what's your goal for this basketball season?
I'm just ready to, like Coach Hendricks said, I hadn't got many minutes, but I'm ready to see what I got in the varsity games, and I think we'll have a really good shot at doing some great things this year.
Awesome.
All right,
thank you. Thank you, Colton. Appreciate it. Awesome job. Let's bring Ethan in here. Ethan, you're a guy that got quite a few varsity minutes last year, played a role on that team. Maybe what'd you take out of last year, get to play a lot on Tuesdays and Fridays?
Well, I think that last year we had a really good season, and as a team we were good. But this year we have so much chemistry. We have a lot of returning players. We're all so close to each other, like off the court, on the court. We're just a really good team this year.
Awesome. Tell me, what's been the highlight of a preseason for you?
Man, it's just getting to know the guys. You know, you build a brotherhood whenever you play basketball, and especially on a team like Benton, we have a great organization, and we're all brothers in each other's eyes, like we do anything for each other.
So not those wind sprints?
No, not the wind sprints.
Not the wind sprints.
I can't say that's my favorite part.
Yeah, but building a brotherhood, I mean, I like that. I like the way you said that, and coming together and the team chemistry. Good bonding in this bunch?
Yes, sir. We have great bonding. I think that our team chemistry is so high. I feel like it's gonna help us on the floor and off the floor as well.
Okay. What's your goal for the team this year?
I think my goal is just to do whatever's best for the team. You know, help us win games. You know, as many games as we can get. I think that I can bring a lot of energy and a lot of leadership. I think that'll help the team out.
Okay. Final question: Coach Hendricks and Coach Fishburne played one-on-one. Who'd win?
I like Coach Hendricks, but I got to give it to Coach Fish. His defense is too good, man. I got to give it to Coach Fish.
Coach Fish's D would eat up Coach Hendricks?
He'd eat up Coach Hendricks.
Okay. We ought maybe make that as a part of Maroon Gray night, huh?
I would definitely show up for that. I would pay money to see that game.
Okay. We had the dunk contest with the high school guys, and then the coaches one-on-one game after.
Absolutely.
All right, let's make it work. Let's make it work. Tony, put that in the paper, okay? We got that coming. Hey, thank you guys for coming by and sharing with us tonight at halftime. Great. Best of luck to you guys this year. So appreciate Coach Hendricks and three of the Panther seniors, Jalen, Colton, and Ethan, joining us at halftime here tonight on the Farmers Bank and Trust halftime show. Benton and Greenwood are tied at 17-all. We'll step aside and come back with some halftime stats and get ready for the second half. This is Benton football on 106.7 The Ride.
Jones Heating and Air, located at 520 Edison Avenue in Benton, specializes in residential, commercial, and new construction HVAC systems and offers 24-hour service. Jones is a proud supporter of Benton Panther Athletics, the Saline County Boys and Girls Club, and youth sports at Benton's Riverside Park. Find out more at jonesheatingandair.com or call 501-778-3324.
It's Friday, so Panther fans are thinking about our friends over at Riverside Grocery. Everyone knows about their catering that's good as grandma's, but their breakfast and lunch are becoming a Saline County tradition. Deer season's just around the corner, and Riverside's also your headquarters for feed and game processing. So whether you're gassing up or grabbing those essential tailgating supplies, Riverside Grocery has everything you need. Drop by Riverside and start your weekend right.
Saline County is one of the fastest growing areas in the entire.
As we come back to Benton at halftime, Benton and Greenwood all tied at 17. They are tied down in Grant County as well. Lake Hamilton and Sheridan 10-10 at halftime in that game. In the third quarter, El Dorado leads Siloam Springs 10-6. Across Saline County tonight, Bryant has not mercy ruled Cabot at halftime. That may be the biggest shocker on the scoreboard. 24-7 at halftime tonight. Third quarter, Bauxite and Joe T. Robinson tied at 7 up in West Little Rock. Nashville leads Harmony Grove 28-0 at halftime, and Glen Rose leads Perryville 21-0 at halftime. We are all tied at 17 here at half tonight. Between Benton and Greenwood, as the Panthers outgained Terry Greenwood in that first half, 176-132. Greenwood snapped the football 38 times for just 132 yards. That's 3.4 yards per play. That was outstanding defense by Benton in that first half.
Yeah, no two ways about that. The Panther defense came in ready to play. And, you know, the Panther offense, 108 rushing yards. That's what they're averaging for the season. that's what our defense is averaging, giving up, and we rushed 108 yards in the first half with Greenwood's defense only giving up 69, I think. A fantastic job by the Benton Panther offense of running the football. And then third down conversions, 3 of 7. That's better than what we've been playing. And I was just overall, outside of one crazy 7-flag play.
Yeah.
I was really pleased with the effort that we saw from the Panthers on both sides of the football.
So Benton outgains Greenwood 176 to 132 in the first half. The Benton defense forced 2 turnovers. The Wyatt Howard interception late in the second half that Benton turned into points with a Brian Araujo field goal. Bryce Gallagher also with a big fumble recovery early in the first quarter. Individually for Benton in the first half, Garrett Brown was 8 of 15 passing for 68 yards. DeAnthony Harper carried the ball 14 times for 67 yards and a touchdown. Casey Johnson had the 1 carry, but it went for a 48-yard touchdown for the Panthers. Gavin Well had 4 catches for 34 yards. Peyton Hudgens, 2 catches for 14. And Braxton Slaughter, 2 catches for 20 yards. Just really impressed with the effort and intensity, and it reflects on the stat sheet here tonight at halftime.
Well, it does, and there's certainly some things on the stat sheet that we can work on coming out in this second half. Now, in the second half, Greenwood only averages giving up 7 points in the second half. They are really a second half team, and if the Panthers can come out and set the tempo, Jim, this could go all the way down to the wire.
And Dio mentioned it in the first half. Third quarter has not been friendly to Benton.
Yeah.
So the Panthers are going to have to come out of the halftime locker room with a different spirit and focus than we saw last week down at El Dorado. As Brad Harris has got his Panthers assembled, they're about ready to come out of the indoor complex and retake the field. Dio Vanucci's down there, and he'll grab a word with the head Panther, who has to be pleased with what he got out of his football team in the first half. Greenwood has returned to the field. They are stretching in the south end zone, loosening up and getting warm as cold night, but the rain has stopped.
Yeah, the Panthers took the time coming out. It sounds like they are discussing what these next 24 minutes mean.
Well, they mean remaining atop the 6A West standings. Is Dio's got Brad Harris?
We'll grab Coach Harris. Coach, you got 24 minutes left. What's the plan?
Try to score a couple of points and hold them to nothing, okay? I don't know if that's possible, but we got a pretty good feeling with the way the guys are playing defensively right now. We really like the energy we got. Offensively, the story of our season so far, inconsistent play, missing assignments, and we try to correct some in there. We got some stuff that we feel like that's working if we can clean up that bust. So we like where we're at. Big field goal right there at the end by Araujo to tie the ball game up, to give us a lot of confidence, I think. We get the football back here, hopefully go down and take a lead.
Go get him, Coach. All right, guys, back to you.
Yeah, we did see a very fired-up Benton team, Dio, go into the halftime locker room after that Araujo field goal.
Well, absolutely. Anytime you can go in, make it basically what feels like a 0-0 ball game coming back out. It's a whole new game. You're not down, you're not having to claw back, and you're starting with the ball. So that's another win. Looking at it, hindsight's always 20/20. You look at that. When we deferred, after winning the toss, we deferred against Greenwood. You think, man, maybe that's not the smartest move, but here it works out, look like a genius, because we get the ball in a fresh ball game.
Yeah, you got the score on the last play of the first half, and you're going to get the ball. I mean, you basically get back-to-back possessions here, Terry.
Huge. It's absolutely huge. Now, the key is overcoming your seasonal trend. The Panthers average 4 points for the third quarter, and they're going to obviously have to take the ball, and if they can get a drive in that first possession and get down and score and put the pressure on Greenwood to have to respond, it will be a game changer in this game.
As Greenwood back on their sideline, the Panthers continue to loosen up in the north end zone. We are 30 seconds away from beginning the second half. Appreciate Farmers Bank and Trust for their sponsorship of halftime tonight of Benton Panther football. It was great visiting with Coach Dexter Hendricks and 3 of the Panther seniors. Want to remind you that the city of Benton will host the Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Saturday, December 7 at the Farmers Market at 6 o'clock. There will be choral performances and a performance by Dancer's Edge. You'll also be treated to a sneak peek of Miracle on 34th Street by the Royal Players. Enjoy hot chocolate and treats provided by Texas Roadhouse. Get in the Christmas spirit with the city of Benton, December 7 at 6 o'clock at the Farmers Market. Appreciate Tony Linehan from the Saline Cougar, who is with us every Friday night with the stat assistance. Tony always does an awesome job writing game recap stories that appear in Saturday morning Saline Cougar and about mid-morning on BentonPantherFootball.com. Greenwood is going to kick off. Benton is going to have that wind at their back, wind blowing about 10 miles an hour out of the north. So Benton will have it at their back. Jackson Stewart will kick off into the wind.
Jackson Stewart will kick off for the Bulldogs.
For Greenwood in the first half, Jace Presley, the quarterback, 10 of 18 for 91 yards, had a touchdown and an interception. Presley had thrown just 3 interceptions coming into tonight, and Benton actually picked him twice in that first half, one nullified by penalty. Stewart's kickoff is going to be fielded by, now dropped and picked up by Andre Lane. He stumbles, regains his footing, and returns it over the 20 to the 23-yard line. Hunter Wilkinson, Terry, who really hurt us last year as a sophomore running back, 14 carries for 43 yards in the first half. Benton defense did a great job on him.
Man, they've done a great job all year, only giving up 108 yards total for the season on an average per game, and you know they're on track to stay with that tonight.
So Benton's first snap of the second half in a tie ball game will come from the Panther 23. It's a low snap that Brown picks up and hands off to DeAnthony Harper running left. Boy, that's a good 7-yard run to open the second half to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Boy, that's what you want on first down every single time. Nice 7-yard run, opens the playbook for a 2nd and 3. Great job of that offensive line blocking.
Running behind the senior left guard, Tristan Redd. It is good to have him back after he missed the last 2 weeks due to injury. See Brett Barbary in as an attached tight end to the left. Panthers with receivers to each side of the formation. Slaughter, the H-back, going to lead block. Now DeAnthony busted outside.
Oh.
He was tripped up, or he was off to the races as Eli Martin tripped him up at the 37-yard line, a gain of 7 and a first down.
Boy, what a huge tackle by Eli Martin that time, because that was going to be a long chunk play right there. He had gotten outside, and there were blockers downfield, and everyone was going to be chasing DeAnthony.
First down and 10 following the 7-yard run. That's back-to-back 7-yard runs by D-Buddy to open the second half. He had to come off, lost his shoe. Casey Johnson replaces him. Johnson will set to the left of quarterback Garrett Brown. Johnson's going to get the snap. Johnson in the open field. He's tripped up at midfield. Boy, Benton has been a shoestring away from back-to-back touchdowns, Terry.
Boy, they sure have. And once again, Casey Johnson, man, when he hits the line of scrimmage, he just explodes. And it's fun to watch.
2 carries for 61 yards tonight for Casey. He got 13 on that one. He's got room this time. He's going to pick up 6 yards, give him 7 to the Greenwood 43, and that's another 7-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job protecting the football, too. For a sophomore on a cold, rainy night, that's really important, and he did a great job that time.
2nd down and 3. Panthers already in Bulldog territory at the 43. Power to the right. Greenwood adjusts. Casey Johnson is the running back to the right. See if Benton runs left to the open field. That's exactly where they're going to go as they pull. He's following Braxton Slaughter, and Casey's got a first down to the 37-yard line, and I think Benton's found a weak spot on the ground against that Greenwood defense.
Yeah, they really have, and it's nice to see them take their time and look at the defensive alignment. They shifted over for that heavy side, which left the other side of the field wide open, and they checked into it and were successful.
6-yard gain for Casey. DeAnthony replaces him this time. DeAnthony trying to run wide is going to be cut down at the line of scrimmage for no gain by safety Logan Workman.
Yeah, they're going to say they're going to mark him at a negative play. Looks like they may mark him at about a half a foot loss or no gain at all.
Half a foot loss. Do you stat that, Tony?
Yeah, good 6 inches. It's actually a long 6 inches.
Second down give to DeAnthony Harper, and that goes for way more than 6 inches. It goes for almost 10, and it is going to be, how about third and half a foot?
Yeah, maybe a good 8 inches from up here. Not sure.
We're going ruler tonight here on this drive. Third down and less than a yard for the Panthers. Is the give? Oh, mercy. What a bad time for Frank Hobbs to show up as the turf monster got DeAnthony Harper as he tried to make a cut. It's going to wind up being a loss back to the 29, and it'll be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna run that Wildcat package with Woolbright.
Heavy package, power to the right. Justin Walker's the tight end over there. Caleb Kaufman checks in. Now a whistle blows the play dead as Woolbright was going to run left, and Brad Harris called a timeout as it looked like he reconsidered before the snap, and he may send his regular personnel back onto the field. Dio, a critical 4th down for Benton, 4th and 3 to open the second half.
I gotta have my head on a swivel. I wasn't ready. Yeah, this is a critical drive, but how do you like this run game?
Yeah.
Just establishing the run game. Obviously, when Coach Harris said they see some things they're doing or they're doing some things that they like, I think we're seeing that right there executed the way they want it to be. So I couldn't tell if he was bringing the regular personnel back out or if he was, it looks like he is. So he's going to go regular personnel on this. Maybe they saw something out of that Greenwood defense.
4th down and 3, Benton at the Greenwood 29, 8:09 to go in the third quarter. Garrett Brown, DeAnthony Harper in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Benton 4th and 3. Brown takes a snap, sets up a screen. Gavin Wells, catch, first down. Panthers convert on 4th and 3 with a tunnel screen to Gavin Wells for 5 and a first down.
Well, I think he anticipated them bringing the heat on those defensive linebackers and bringing the blitz, and he threw right underneath or right over the top of it, and the Panthers are able to get past the chains and get the huge first down.
So they bring Barbary back in at tight end. Benton going overload to the right as Slaughter motions that way. Harper running that way and unable to overpower Colton Irwin that time, who makes the tackle for Greenwood. Going to be a gain of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Greenwood that time, I mean, you're going to have some plays where they're going to perform well, and that was one of them where they really kind of jammed up the middle of the line of scrimmage and really gave D-Buddy nowhere to run.
Man, we got him listening in Napa, California. Just got a message from Judd Hart out on the West Coast. Brown throws, and he throws, going up, trying to make a leaping catch. Wells, he was defended by Jaden Jasna. Wells couldn't pull it in, and now it'll be 3rd down and 9, Benton.
Yeah, it was a really good job that time of Garrett Brown also stepping up into the pocket and getting where he can make a throw. He had some pressure coming from the left side and really made a high throw, but got it where the defender couldn't get to it.
Well, the Panthers have been really, really good on 3rd and 4th down tonight. Benton facing a 3rd down and 9 at the Greenwood 23. Panthers going to go with 2 men in the backfield, Gavin Wells and Casey Johnson. They motion Casey out of the backfield. Brown, quick slant to Braxton Slaughter, who makes the catch and is hit by Eli Martin. And linesman on the near side is marking him at the 15. That is going to be 4th down. They mark it back at the 16. 4th down and 1, Benton.
Boy, this might be where you roll the dice a little bit and send in. There it is.
Here comes the heavy package.
I think it's a great call. You know, this is within field goal range with the wind. You can grab the lead, but, man, having the opportunity to get a touchdown here would be huge, and this is a good play call.
Power right, snap to Woolbright. He's going to run left, and he's going to drag tacklers beyond the 15-yard line. There is a Powell. Greenwood saying they came out with the football. The referees have marked it dead at the 15. Dio, you got an eye on it?
Man, this the line judge on the near side was awfully close. Let's see here. If they measure it, I think he's going to have it.
Yeah, Brad Harris sending the offense back on. Coach Harris is optimistic
I think
that it's
they're
a
going to
first
measure
down.
It. Yeah, I can't tell what they're going to do. Yeah, they're measuring.
And you're saying the Panthers have it?
Yeah, it's
well from the booth, Dio. It looked like it was just on the inside of the yard line, and looked like the Panthers were across, but maybe
no, he's got it by a nose, barely.
First down. Wow, got it by the width of a credit card, Terry.
Hey, as long as it was Visa.
Oh man.
Yeah, you literally couldn't put you. I mean, it's that close. I mean, it's credit card thickness for sure.
And it will be first down Panthers just inside the Greenwood 15-yard line. The Panthers have chewed up nearly half of the third quarter clock on this opening drive of the second half. First down Benton. Brown has 2 receivers to each side of the formation. DeAnthony Harper in the backfield is going to set to the left of Brown. Low snap. Brown going to hand off to DeAnthony Harper on that delay, and Greenwood, after being burned by it twice in the first half, was waiting on it that time. Tackle for a loss back to the 18, and a flag also thrown on the play at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it came in late, and it came in the defensive backfield. It looks like it might be
personal foul Greenwood. After the play, personal foul against Greenwood, and that's going to move the ball down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, there's that discipline. You know, this is something that's very unusual to see out of Greenwood. You don't see plays like that very often. The Panthers really need to cash in right here.
So the ball now inside the 10-yard line. First down Benton. They give it to DeAnthony Harper running left. He's got blockers. He's down to the 5-yard line. A Panther goes rolling into the end zone. Is Greenwood starting to lose a little of their poise here. Benton may be breaking their will a little bit on this drive, Terry.
Well, the thing that I really wanted to see was I wanted to see us put pressure on them for the game, because they've had such a huge lead in so many of their games that it's hard to see what their mettle is when the chips are really on the line.
16th play of the drive is a jet sweep to Gavin Wells. Flag comes in. Wells is in the end zone. We'll see if it stands as the referee threw the flag, and it is going to be a personal foul against Benton. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I see where the flag was thrown. It was a scrum at the line of scrimmage, but I didn't see any.
They called a blindside block on Hudgens, said he didn't use his hands on the block. You may want to look at that on the replay.
Okay, he signaled personal foul. I didn't see the blindside block signal.
Yeah, well, he didn't give the signal, but that's what he told Coach Harris.
Okay, thank you, Dio. That's great to have.
Absolutely.
Great to have your ears down there on the field to explain that one, because it's rare to see a personal foul on a jet sweep kind of play, Terry.
Yeah, it sure is. And that's a huge penalty. Not only does it take away a touchdown, but now it puts you all the way back to 1st and goal on the 20.
Yeah, Hudgens with a crackback block on Logan Workman, the free safety. The penalty called. It's going to wipe out a Benton touchdown. Penalty moves it back to the 19. The down marker shows 1st and goal. The scoreboard says 2nd and goal.
Wells is isolated on the top of the screen.
And Brown is going to look that way. Gavin with a move. Wells in the end zone. What a catch, Gavin Wells! Touchdown, Garrett Brown to Gavin Wells. Touchdown, Panthers.
What a huge catch by Gavin Wells. He had him man-to-man, and you had to look from the booth, and you could see that he was wide open. If he could beat his man at the line of scrimmage, he was going to have a chance, and that's exactly the play they called for a huge touchdown.
He reached out, one-handed that ball, brought it into his midsection for the catch. Extra point by Araujo is up. It is good, and the Panthers lead it 24-17.
On a 7-minute drive.
17 plays, 77 yards. Dio, you couldn't ask for a better start to the third quarter.
Well, we talked about Benton is not a big third quarter team. You don't have to score a lot of points if you can drain 7 minutes from the clock and score at the same time. That's really one of those drives. We haven't really seen that all year where we've had several 4th down conversions. I don't know if there was a 3rd down conversion or not, but huge for Benton to come through and do that and when you needed it the most, because you really needed to score off receiving that kickoff coming out of the half.
12 of the 17 plays, Terry, runs.
Yeah. They dominated the line of scrimmage on that play. And the thing is that what I like the most is when you get a play like just happened where we had the touchdown called back. That's such a deflator. I love to see a team that responds and just takes it right back. And that's exactly what the Panthers did. Huge touchdown to take the lead 24-17.
Boy, big tip of the hat to Jason Gentry's offensive line tonight.
Yeah.
They have played outstanding. And how good is it to have Gavin Wells back? It's a kickoff, going to come down to Martin at the goal line. Martin's going to return it up shy of the 30-yard line. Is making the tackle for Benton. Wyatt Howard, who had that big interception at the end of the second quarter that led to a Araujo field goal. So there's 4:55 to go in the third quarter, and we're seeing the Greenwood offense for the first time.
Hallelujah.
In the second half. It's been a long time since Greenwood's had the football. The last time they had it, Wyatt Howard picked off a pass. They're going to go right to the pass to Trayton Dawson on 1st down, and Dawson is going to pick up good yardage to the 38. Going to be a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Well, one thing you'll see Greenwood do a lot is if we give them a cushion on those defensive backs, they will take advantage of it and throw underneath.
2nd down and 1. They're going to go back to the air, and they find a little Caden Brown sitting down in a soft spot in the zone. The 5'5" receiver for Greenwood is going to have it to the 45, and that'll be a Greenwood 1st down.
You know, the one thing they do is they look at everything at halftime, make adjustments, and you're seeing it.
They're going fast on 1st down. As Presley throws, he was hit as he released it. Peyton Carter makes the catch, and Greenwood kind of going with the offense we saw a lot on film, just that quick pass, not downfield. We haven't seen them go downfield much, Terry. It's a lot of short stuff.
We really haven't, but they haven't executed the short stuff.
1st down and 10 at the Benton 43. They're going to go Wilkinson to the short side. He has running room. He's inside the Benton 25-yard line. Austin Drury's going to tackle him at the 22, and Greenwood is threatening after Benton has taken the lead. 1st down Greenwood at the Benton 22.
Yeah, they had a good seal block that time on containment, and he was able to get outside.
So they throw quickly. That ball batted away. That's a good job of getting a paw up by Jaden Woolbright. It's a pass intended for Caden Brown. Woolbright batted it away. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That ball was back behind the line of scrimmage. I thought the Panthers were going to get a turnover that time.
because Woolbright had batted it away.
Yep.
Got a paw on it. 2nd down and 10 for Greenwood. We can't say enough about Jaden Woolbright's senior season. He has been outstanding. As Greenwood brings Carter in motion to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. They put Caden Brown back there. He's got running room inside the 15. Pushed out of bounds by Cade Clark down at the 11-yard line, and Greenwood will have a 1st down and 10.
Yeah, it was a good downfield blocking by Trayton Dawson, number 6, a wide receiver, 6 foot, 180 pounds. He had a good downfield block that sprung him for another 10 yards.
1st down, Greenwood. Quick pass out to Trayton Dawson, who makes the catch, and he's going to be tackled down inside the 5-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, I think Panther defense is going to have to look at this. They're getting it out so quick, they're going to have to figure out a way to cover the top and let one guy jump the route.
Bring Brown in motion. They flip it to him. Brown going to go in untouched as he put his foot in the ground, turned it up, and scores for Greenwood. And that's a quick answer by Greenwood as Benton took the lead 24-17. Greenwood comes right back with a quick strike drive. Terry, it wasn't big plays. Kind of death by 1,000 cuts on that drive.
Well, that's kind of their offense. You know, they're going to, if you load up on the line of scrimmage, they're going to try to hit you deep. And if you give them a cushion trying to respect them, they're going to throw underneath you. So good job of Greenwood's offense of executing, and Panthers will get the ball back.
Jackson Stewart's extra point is good. Ties the game at 24 with 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. 8 plays, Dio, in 1 minute, 15 seconds.
That's a quick 8 plays right there. That sounds more like something you'd say 3 plays in a minute. You know, here's the deal. I think that what Greenwood does, why Greenwood has been so big in the second half all year, is because they try a lot of different things in the first half, and they see what our defensive adjustments are, how our defense plays those things, and then they just trim it down in that second half and figure out what works, and they do it over and over again until you make a change to stop it. So hopefully Coach Wynn, able as he's under the tent here coaching up his defense, able to see some things on film, maybe make some changes there and take away some of those short little I hate those little routes when they're executed like that because they're so hard to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with good downfield blocking.
Well, the only way you can stop them, Dio, is to gamble a little bit, and then that exposes you in other areas, which is why it's such an effective offense.
And obviously one of Greenwood's adjustments was the Benton pressure on Presley in that first half.
Yeah.
They're not going to let him hold the football long enough for Barbary and company to get back there. Stewart's kickoff is going to be fielded by Andre Lane. He's over the 20, has a seam over the 30. Andre Lane with a good return to the 36-yard line, and Benton's going to have it right there. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, that was another little momentum keeper on offense of Andre Lane squirting through there and getting downfield to the 36-yard line. The Panthers are going to be set up great for their second possession of the 3rd quarter.
Joe T. Robinson and Boxside have gone to the 4th quarter. The Senators lead the Miners 21-14. 1st down and 10, Benton 24-24 here tonight with 3:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. Garrett Brown and the offense will take possession, and the first play is a give to DeAnthony Harper running left, and DeAnthony picks up 3 yards to the 39. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, nice hard run that time. Not big yards, but a good executed run. Greenwood stuffed the middle of the line, and the Panthers still able to get positive yards.
Wells to the left, Hudgens and Slaughter to the right, Barbary, the tight end, to the left. Panther offensive line of Garrett Davis, Tristan Redd, Kobe Reeves, Jesse Taylor, and Kyrie Watkins doing yeoman's work tonight up front. 2nd and 7. Brown drops back, looks, and throws. And that ball intended for Braxton Slaughter. Behind him, did Jaden Martin get a hand on that one, Terry?
I think someone got a hand on that. Yeah. If they spin up the replay, we'll look and see, but it looked like somebody got a hand on the ball.
Yeah, number 9.
Yeah, Jaden Martin, their linebacker, able to deflect that one away. So 3rd down and 7 now, Panthers at their own 39-yard line. Panthers going to send 2 receivers to each side. Harper in the backfield with Brown. Now they bring Wells in motion. Brown drops back. Brown looking deep for Slaughter. Slaughter's behind the secondary, makes the catch. Flag comes in, but Slaughter has it inside the 20 down to the 16.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a pass interference on Greenwood there. They'll decline that because that's a huge offensive play for the Panthers. Slaughter got behind the defense, behind the safety, and was able to haul that ball in for a huge first down and keeps the Panther drive going. 2 minutes and 37 seconds in the third quarter.
Slaughter with 2 catches for 48 yards in this second half, 4 for 68 in the game. It is first down and 10 Benton all the way down to the Greenwood 16. 40 yards on that play, Brown to Slaughter. And on first down, Benton goes back to the ground. DeAnthony Harper. DeAnthony in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. It's DeAnthony got to the edge and outran Greenwood to the goal line. Touchdown, Benton. 30-24, Panthers regain the lead.
Well, the Panthers come down, have a 7-minute drive for a big touchdown to take the lead. Greenwood answers, and then the Panther offense comes out on the field, and bam, just like that, they answer.
4-play, 64-yard touchdown drive. You can't underscore or understate the Andre Lane kickoff return that gave Benton good field position. Brian Araujo drills the extra point, and Benton has regained the lead 31-24 with 2:26 to go. We talked about the third quarter, DOB, Benton's bugaboo this year. Panthers have outscored Greenwood 14-7 in this quarter.
Yeah, that was something Coach Harris and I talked about this morning, and he said he didn't, they've done a lot of work on their third down stuff, and he said they've done a lot of work on their third quarter stuff, trying to come out of halftime being up and not trying to hold on, and not lose, but coming out tied up 17-all, good opportunity. And I think this team is finally starting to believe in themselves, which is something we've said all year that that they needed. So they've come out in this second half and answered Greenwood's quick answer. That was what I was worried about. When they scored so quickly, that's one of those things. It's easy to get your dauber down, but the offense came right back out. Andre Lane doing a great job, like you said, kind of getting them started right. But then that big play by Braxton Slaughter being a senior leader, huge.
The first touchdown drive of the second half, impressive. But that answer?
Yeah, better.
Oh, unbelievable. So Araujo will kick off for Benton. And he puts a foot into it and drills it. Martin's going to retreat and field it back at the 9-yard line. That's Brown back there. Caden Brown is going to return it over the 30 to the 32. And that's where Greenwood will put it in play. Casey Johnson, among others, down there on the tackle for Benton and special teams. Kane Simmons as well. Saw Monterio Mack as well in on that tackle, Terry. And Monterio is going to stay on and play a little spur for Benton on this drive.
This thing's starting to feel like a shootout, isn't it?
First down and 10, it absolutely does. As Greenwood looking, throwing. That ball going to be caught, and that's going to be a short gain as Lazaro Angel made the catch for 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7.
The guy that's really understated this year is Justin Walker, and he's been triple teamed, double teamed all year long. He was still able to get pressure.
Second down and 7 for the Bulldogs. They're going to flip it out to Caden Brown, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Monterio Mack.
That's a huge play to set up a very long third down. Now, this is where the Panther defense wants to be in. It's forcing these third and longs where they have to kind of open their reads up a little bit. This will be a huge stop if the Panthers can hold.
Third down and 8, Greenwood from their own 34-yard line. Presley tries to get the Panthers to jump. Benton shows good discipline across the front. 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Snap clock down to 4. Greenwood having trouble aligning, and now an offensive lineman bobs, and that's going to be 5 yards. It backs the Bulldogs up. It's going to be 3rd down and 13.
Boy, the Panthers really got some momentum here. They really need some pressure right now on the edge. A good negative play here on 3rd and long would be something that could really change the course of this game.
Benton going with a dime package. Jackson Drury on the field. Jaden Woolbright will be the middle linebacker. 6 DBs. Now Woolbright showing blitz. Panthers bringing pressure. Presley throws, batted away. Batted away. Terry, you just mentioned him. Justin Walker, he got a paw up and knocked it to the turf.
He sure did. Man, what an impact he's made on this drive. He pressured the quarterback in a triple team block earlier, and now gets a big paw up there, knocks the ball away. The Panthers are going to get the ball back with a minute left in the 3rd quarter and a 7-point lead.
And the punt will be into the wind by Jackson Stewart. Gavin Wells back to return for Benton. Wells stands at his own 35-yard line. Stewart set to receive the snap at his own 15. Stewart takes a snap. He punts. Boy, that's a high spiraling punt that's going to hit at the Benton 42, take a Greenwood row. Get away from it, Gavin. And down at the 36-yard line. Dio, we bragged on Jason Gentry's offensive line. Blake Dorsey's defensive line playing great tonight.
Well, let me tell you who the first person was to greet Justin Walker as he came off the field, and that was Coach Dorsey. Wrapped him up in a big old bear hug. I thought they were going to, they had a little bit of that look kind of like Chris Farley in that one movie. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
55 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Benton leads at 31-24, and it's Panther football. 1st and 10 at the 36. Brown set to take the snap. He does. He gives off to DeAnthony Harper. And Harper going to pick up a couple of tough yards running that time behind Jesse Taylor.
Well, those were some tough yards there. Got a tough hit that time, too, by Tayshawn Leader. 215-pound defensive end.
2nd down and 8. Now Benton milking that snap clock as the game clock down to 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Wells motions left to right. Going to give to Harper running right. Cuts it back to the left. And DeAnthony is going to be stopped just short of the 40-yard line. And that should run out the 3rd quarter clock. And that's exactly what's going to happen. We are going to the 4th quarter tonight. 12 minutes to play, and Benton leads Greenwood tonight 31-24. This is Benton Panther football on the Benton Football Network and 106.7 The Ride.
Some of the greatest lessons I ever learned in my life were from high school football. Most people don't realize it, but like we say, defense wins championships. Well, operations wins championships in the mortgage world. And Cornerstone has the best operations in the business, hands down. That's what makes us able to take your file and have it ready to close in 8 days. That's where Cornerstone really shines.
Smith Caldwell Drug is located in the heart of downtown Benton. We're an independently owned pharmacy that strives to give our patients the best quality and care possible. We offer free delivery service and convenient drive-through window. Our friendly staff will help you with your insurance billing needs and much more. Be sure to shop our large boutique, gift section, and baby department, where you get free gift wrapping. Smith Caldwell Drug in the heart of downtown Benton.
Well, we've got a 4th quarter ball game. It's 31-24. Benton leads it as we open the 4th quarter. It's Benton football, 3rd down and 7 from their own 39-yard line. Benton will move right to left in this 4th quarter into a 10-mile-an-hour breeze.
What a great football game.
3rd down and 7. Brown brings Wells in motion to the near side. Takes the snap, swings it out to DeAnthony Harper, gets a block on the edge, 1st down and more. He's not tackled from behind. DeAnthony still going. Look at DeAnthony churn, breaking tackles all the way inside the 10-yard line. What a play by D-Buddy.
That may be one of the greatest plays that I have seen. That is amazing. What a play by DeAnthony Harper, fighting through about 4 or 5 tackles to get himself all the way inside the 10. He just refused to go down.
First and goal, Benton at the Greenwood 5-yard line. Go back to the ground to Casey Johnson. He is upended by Jaden Martin at the 2-yard line. Terry, we've done this for a while, and Tony Linehan's been our shotgun for a long time. I've never seen him jump out of his chair like he did on that play.
That was absolutely amazing. The Panthers down on the 3-yard line with 11 minutes to go in the ball game and a 7-point lead.
Tag it for the highlight reel. 2nd down and goal, Benton at the 3. Hand off to Casey, and Greenwood's going to hit him short of the goal line. They're going to mark him down just inside the 1-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, and this is definitely 2-down territory because you got to have a touchdown here. A 2-score lead with 10 minutes left is going to give the Panthers a chance at this game, especially with how well the PDC is playing tonight.
Brett Barbary is the tight end to the left. Braxton Slaughter, the H-back to the right. DeAnthony Harper set to the right of quarterback Brown. Give to D-Buddy running left. Touchdown! Touchdown, DeAnthony Harper. And with 10:19 to go, Benton's up 2 scores.
He got hit at the 2-yard line, powered his way for another yard, and then spun around and flipped backwards into the end zone for a 2-score touchdown lead.
How about DeAnthony Harper on that drive? Tony's crunching the numbers. We'll have them here in just a moment. Benton trying to extend the lead to 14 points as Brian Arajo is on to attempt Murdoch's hold. Arajo's kick, it is good. And with 10:19 to go, it's 38-24 Benton. That was a 6-play, 64-yard touchdown drive and a 55-yard Brown to Harper swing pass on 3rd down to open the 4th quarter. Wow. Just wow, Dio.
Yeah, there's not much more you can say. That's just willing the win right there when you're a senior running back and you just refuse to go down. We saw that last week against El Dorado and the week before. He's just shown some flashes of that, but tonight he's playing like a man on a mission, and you can see it right there as he rolled over onto his back and flipped backwards into the end zone to finish that drive off for the Panthers. Now the defense, you want to talk about alive on the sideline, guys? There's some energy over here. Look over there. Look across. You see a bunch of arms crossed. That's not a normal Greenwood sideline, boys. They haven't played a team that's given them this kind of a fight yet this year.
The energy among the sparse crowd tonight has been electric, Terry.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's been a lot to be electric about. There's been a lot of good football played here tonight.
And I know there's a lot of folks that stayed home tonight that are jumping up and down and pumping their fists and screaming and yelling. As Brian Arajo's kickoff is going to be fielded by Caden Brown at the 8. He's returning it to the center of the field, finds a seam. Caden Brown's in the open field, and Brian Arajo is going to get him down at the 42-yard line. Wow, that was dangerous.
Let me just tell you something. When your kicker unloads on a guy, that gets the team fired up. Great job by Brian Arajo saving a touchdown right there and really laying a hit on the kick returner.
You saying the soccer goalie's fearless?
I'm saying he's fearless. Hey, we lost him for a couple of games because he hit somebody on the sidelines and hurt himself.
That's exactly right. 1st down and 10 Greenwood at their own 42 as they're going to flip it over to Hunter Wilkinson, and Wilkinson's going to be pushed out of bounds on the Greenwood sideline. at the 48-yard line. Give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4, and the clock continues to run, 9:50 and counting.
Now here's where the defense has to be real careful. You got to be disciplined. You can't hit people while they're out of bounds. You can't jump on the snap. You got to play disciplined.
Peyton Carter, the big receiver, comes in motion, sets in the slot to the right. Presley looking deep, has Caden Brown in the center of the field, and he overthrew him. Terry had him wide open and missed him.
He sure did. That was a great play call. They saw the package. You could see by the route that he ran right to the spot where there was nobody in the coverage, and they just overthrew it. That was a sure touchdown.
3rd down and 4, Greenwood. They play action. Benton got Brown wide open in the center of the field, and Jace Presley just missed him. 3rd down and 4.
Big 3rd down right here.
Ball at the Greenwood 48-yard line. Benton showing pressure. Presley tries to get the Panthers to jump. There's that discipline, a key to victory tonight for Benton. They're going to swing it out to Hunter Wilkinson. He gets blocking on the edge. He's hit short of the 1st down, and Wilkerson bulls his way over a Benton defender down to the Benton 46, and that'll be a Greenwood 1st down.
Well, you see now why he's the tailback. He's only 180 pounds, but he runs really, really hard, and he had enough momentum that time to get past the chains.
1st down and 10, 5'9", 180, that low center of gravity. They go back to the play action. Peyton Carter tried to make a sliding catch at the 27 and couldn't hold on to it, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was a good time, or good coverage that time by the defense. The pass was a little bit behind him, so he tried to come back with a wet field. His feet went out from under him, and he dropped the ball.
2nd down and 10, Greenwood at the Benton 46. Presley takes a snap, drops back, looking, firing. Peyton Carter, the big 6'4" receiver in traffic, makes the catch at the Benton 26.
He threw into triple coverage that time, and that's where you see a 6'4" receiver's value. He went up, and there was nobody that could get to the ball, and made a great play on it. 1st down, Greenwood.
20 yards on the play. Greenwood, 1st and 10 at the Benton 26. They go to Wilkinson, and he is stuffed at the 25-yard line. And coming up to meet him, Bryce Gallagher, the middle linebacker.
Yeah, nowhere to run. Bryce just had that gap absolutely shut down. It was a good lick on the running back that time, too, by Bryce.
Bryce has had a great night at middle linebacker for Benton. He's coming, and it forces Presley to release it before he was ready, incomplete, and now it'll be 3rd down and 9, Greenwood.
And 3rd down and long, too, and that's the down that Benton needed to get in.
3rd down and 9 at the Benton 25. 8:38 to go in the ball game. Benton leads Greenwood 38-24. Presley to take the shotgun snap. Has 2 receivers to each side. Looking left, throwing. Carter somehow able to come up with it as Austin Drury went for the interception, and the ball got through his hands into Carter's. It'll be 1st and goal, Greenwood at the Benton 4.
Hey, you know what? That's a great play by Austin Drury. You got to take chances like that, and that time the Carter just made a great play on the ball and made a good play for the offense.
1st down give to Wilkinson, and he's in the end zone, and Greenwood is an extra point away from cutting the Benton lead in half with 8:21 to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, we kind of felt like it was going to be a shootout, and here they come. I want to go back to that other play. Austin Drury made the right call. You know, another half step, and he intercepts that ball and changes the whole complexity of that drive.
Stewart on for the extra points. Up, it's good. 8:21 to go. It is now a 38-31 ball game as Greenwood 9 plays, 58 yards, and it took them 1:49, Dio.
Well, you know, we knew that they probably were going to score again, but the good news is our offense still has some momentum on their side. They believe in themselves. That offensive line is fired up. They're going to come back out. I hate that for Austin Drury because he made a heck of a play.
He sure did.
That was a fluke play, and how the receiver held on to it. I mean, he caught it with one hand against his own thigh and basically held on to it. So he made a heck of a play as a receiver. Austin Drury made a heck of a play too. That's one of those, You go for the pick, and if you don't catch it, you wish you just went to knock the ball down instead. But you know what? You live and you learn. He's played great all night, so not going to knock the kid at all.
Nice little bit of sportsmanship, too, on his part on the end of that play. He walked over there and patted Carter on the head and said, nice catch.
Tell you, those Drury boys are good boys, and they're good football players. Austin and Jackson both. So Greenwood will kick off, with Benton leading 38-31, 8:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Lane and Nash back to receive for Benton. Stewart's kick's going to come down to Lane in the end zone, and Benton will put it in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The other big game in the conference tonight, Terry, Lake Hamilton has defeated Sheridan 17-10. So Lake Hamilton will remain unbeaten. Sheridan now with 2 losses in conference play, and I guess Mrs. Benham and Mrs. Gardner, the Sheridan alums, probably a lot more disappointed than we are right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I was hopeful that Sheridan was going to do us a favor there.
So first down Panthers as DeAnthony Harper gets the carry, and Greenwood that time dissected it and stopped DeAnthony for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they started dissecting that one 2 yards into our backfield. DeAnthony had to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, and we've got to do a good job up front. We've got to continue to pound these guys. We've been kind of owning the line of scrimmage tonight, and we've got to continue to step up.
Casey Johnson has replaced DeAnthony Harper at running back on 2nd down and 10. Panthers split 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Brown ready to receive the snap. Now he motions Johnson out of the backfield, going to throw on the slant. Catch is made, and that is Braxton Slaughter, who has had a great second half for the Panthers, making the catch to the 27. It leaves Benton with 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it sure does, and that's a very makeable 3rd and 3. Panther offense has really done well tonight in these short yardage situations, and hopefully they can come up with another big 3rd down conversion.
3rd down and 3, Panthers. Ball in the center of the field. Snap clock at 12, game clock at 7:04. Greenwood showing pressure. Brown drops back. Brown going to be sacked. Eli Martin gets him back at the 20-yard line, and the Panthers are sacked on 3rd down and 3, and Benton's going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They showed the pressure right before the snap, and there was no check into anything across the middle, and they were able to get the pressure to him before he could throw the ball.
So 4th down, and Preston Barker will come on to punt for the Panthers. Brett Barbary will be the deep snapper. Jaden Jasna set to return for Greenwood, and he stands at midfield. Snap back to Barker. He's going to put his foot into it. Boy, a high spiraling punt that's going to force Jasna to take a fair catch back at the 40-yard line. Terry, Preston Barker on back-to-back punts, not rugby style, but conventional style, getting great hang time.
Yeah, he is, and I will tell you this: that was a really good punt, because for him to be able to put them back on their end of the field is really important, especially with the way that they've been moving the ball.
That Greenwood offense is standing over the ball. They're ready for it to be marked in play. We've seen them go at an electric pace here in this second half as Presley sets up the screen. Catch made by Dawson, and Dawson is going to be tackled by Jackson Drury. Looked like Dawson had a seam to run in. Drury makes the tackle at the 49. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Greenwood hurries to the line. Quick snap. Give off to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson's going to have the first down to the Benton 44.
Well, we can't have missed tackles. That's the first time that we've seen a missed tackle. We had 2 missed tackles there, and he was able to get 6 yards up the field as a result.
Greenwood snaps it before the chains are set. It's a jet sweep to Caden Brown, and Brown dives forward over the 35-yard line down to the 33, the Greenwood sideline. showing some life as Greenwood's on the march down to the Benton 33. Again, it's a first down. They're going to snap this ball before the chains are set. They are so quick tempoed. Trip receivers right, single receiver left. They bring Brown in motion, and now the Greenwood coaching staff forced to call a timeout with 5:19 to go in the ball game. Panthers leading 38-31. Dio, it's time for the defense to bow their back.
Boy, that tempo's got our defense on its heels, though. I'm telling you right now, Coach Wynn can barely get a call in. Our guys don't even know where they're supposed to be lined up on those last couple plays. That tempo really taking its toll. You can see why Greenwood's such a second-half team, because by the time you get to the fourth quarter, your defense is tired, and it's hard to keep your focus, especially when they're able to run plays every 6 seconds like they do. I mean, they're extremely quick. They're faster than Auburn is.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. So
it is.
It's fortunate for the defense we get this little timeout. Guys can catch their breath and kind of reset. And that's really what we need here is to get a good stop on first down. Put them with second and long.
So first down and 10 following the timeout. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. With 5:19 to go in the ball game, Benton leading 38-31. It's first and 10 Greenwood at the Benton 33. Presley hands off to Wilkinson. He's got running room inside the Benton 20. He's going to be tackled by Dylan Burnham at the 19. That's going to be a gain of 14 and a Greenwood first down.
Great open field tackle that time by Dylan Burnham.
So first down Bulldogs at the Benton 19. Presley gives to Wilkinson, bounces outside, running left. He's going to be tackled. There's a holding call coming up against the Greenwood wide receiver blocking on the edge.
Yeah, it was Peyton Carter had the hold there on the outside.
Wilkinson tackled at the 11. That's flag lies back right around the 13-yard line, and a hold is going to back Greenwood up.
I thought they were going to get away with that hold, and he threw the flag at the last minute.
That'll back him up to the 22-yard line, and it'll be first down and 13. He's holding on Cade Clark. Empty gun for Presley. He's going to throw it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson is going to try to cut it back, and he cuts it back right into the waiting arms of Jaden Woolbright at the 20.
Yeah, but let me tell you who made that play. Monterio Mack that time fighting off of the block and able to set containment.
Second down and 11 for the Bulldogs at the Benton 20-yard line. Presley takes a snap. He's looking for Lazaro Angel. A battle for the football, and Angel came down with it for the touchdown. Touchdown Greenwood as Lazaro Angel able to wrestle it away from, I believe, Wyatt Howard for the score, and Greenwood's an extra point away from tying it with 4:18 to go.
Well, Wyatt Howard had great coverage that time, and Angel just went up and made the better play. That was a great job by both players.
Stewart on for the PAT. Hold down, kick up, and the kick is good, and we are tied at 38 with 4:18 to go. Dio, that was a great battle for the ball there in the end zone.
It was, and that was Austin Drury, guys.
Okay, thanks, Austin.
But it was, regardless, great coverage on it. The receiver just made a heck of a play, went over the top and just kind of took the ball, but he had position on him. It was a well-played ball. Really, defense, that's one of those deals. This tempo thing is killing them. I mean, you can tell our guys are coming off the field. They're breathing hard. They're not able to catch their breath. So offense really this could be a good time for another one of those 7-minute drives, except for we need to cut it down to about 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And I'd like to see him trot Araujo out there for a field goal to win it, a la Pine Bluff 2014.
Good call.
Boy, I'd take it. Greenwood is going to kick off. It is well, you talk about the pace of their offense, Terry. It seems like the longer the game goes, the faster they move.
Yeah.
It is impressive, the tempo with which they play. Jackson Stewart will kick off for Greenwood. Landon Nash back deep to receive for Benton. We've seen him kick it to Andre Lane's side all night long, and he's going to do it again. Andre is not going to get a chance. He tried to keep it in the field of play, but just one step into the end zone, and Benton's going to have to go 80 yards.
Well, that's 80 yards that we need them to go. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game, two undefeated teams. Jim, if you told me that's where we'd be right now, I'd have said, let's go.
Take it. Take it. 4:18 to go. 1st and 10 Benton. Game tied at 38. Garrett Brown with DeAnthony Harper in the backfield. Harper gets the carry coming left, and DeAnthony is going to surge for 3 yards to the 23. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, DeAnthony that time trying to pick a hole, but sometimes you just gotta pick one and go. And that time he gets a good positive yards, about 3 yards, 2nd and 7, and here come the Panthers.
Trips to the wide side of the field, single receiver to the short side. It's Braden Murdoch. Harper in the backfield with Brown. Fake to Harper, throw, ball deflected, but Gavin Wells brings it in on the deflection and picks up 15 yards to the 38 and a 1st down.
That's a ball that should have gone a lot of different ways, and sometimes you just get the right bounce, Jim, and that time we did, and it bounced right to Gavin Wells.
As Garrett Newman got a hand on it, and Panthers fortunate there. 1st down and 10 Panthers at the 38-yard line.
I think they like what they see with Hudgens.
3:15 and counting in the ball game. Snap back. Hudgens has him beat. Brown's throw. Hudgens catch! 20, 10, inside the 10, down to the 9, and a late flag comes in. Terry, you caught it perfectly.
Yeah, horse collar. He had man-to-man coverage down there with no safety cover. They saw it from the booth and let him make a play, because if he beats that corner on the line of scrimmage, it's all the way, and it looks like they got a horse collar to tack onto it.
Hudgens brought down at the Greenwood 8-yard line. A marker came in at the end of the play, and that should add about 4 yards onto it, half the distance to the goal. It is 1st down and goal Panthers. 54 yards, Garrett Brown to Peyton Hudgens.
Love the way our seniors are playing tonight. Love it.
Can we milk 3:04 off the clock to go 4 yards? As they wind the clock, snap clock at 20, game clock at 3 minutes. Give to DeAnthony Harper, and DeAnthony is close to the goal line. They're going to mark him down inches shy of the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Nice hard run by DeAnthony. You know, you got to say a little something about the linebackers for Greenwood, too, because, man, they're making the stop when they have to.
Jaden Martin, Garrett Newman, Blaze Moore, Eli Martin. That linebacking core for Greenwood. It is 2nd down and goal Benton at the 1. And Brad Harris, Justin Ray, and company milking that clock. Snap clock at 10, game clock at 2:20. The Benton offense gets set. Power to the left. Barbary and Slaughter there. Give to Harper. Touchdown! Touchdown on the counter to the right, following Slaughter to the end zone, and Benton has regained the lead with 2:09 to go in the ball game.
The Benton Panthers have scored 44 points on the Greenwood defense that was averaging only like 14 points a game.
They had given up 101 all season coming in. Brian Araujo's extra point, a critical extra point, is good. And with 2:09 to go, it is now Benton 45, Greenwood 38. 5 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. The big play, Brown to Hudgens, 54 yards. Dio, what a drive by the Benton offense.
It only took 8 games, but the offense finally found their execution. They've executed pretty much all game, especially in the second half when it mattered the most. And all of the seniors have all stepped up huge. Hudgens, Slaughter, D'Anthony. Let's talk about the offensive line, though, pushing this Greenwood defense around. Now, this is not a huge Greenwood defense, but this is the same Greenwood defense that's pretty much shut everybody else down in the second half all year long. So this is a huge win as we go into the, really the heart of this, conference schedule with Lake Hamilton and Sheridan coming up big against Greenwood, but need to hold on for 2 more minutes.
2 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Benton with a 7-point lead. We've seen Greenwood battle back, being 14 down in this fourth quarter. Benton has regained the lead. A back-and-forth affair tonight. It has been so much fun. And the Panthers need one big stop as Brian Araujo is going to kick off for Benton. Caden Brown is going to receive it at the 8. He's returning it to the center of the field, over the 20, gets outside, over the 30-yard line, and Brown is going to be forced out of bounds across the way at the 36-yard line, and that's where Greenwood will put it in play, 1st and 10.
You talked about Caden Brown's speed, and you just saw it there, but one thing that I noticed on the previous drive, man, he can change direction.
Yes.
So well.
First down, Greenwood. They're going to send trips to the near side. That's the wide side of the field. Single receiver to the far side. And now we have an official timeout. And now we're ready to go. 1st and 10, Greenwood at the 36. Single back in the backfield with quarterback Chase Presley is Hunter Wilkinson. Presley takes the snap. He drops back. He's pressured. He rolls to his right and finds Lazaro Angel at the 39. Angel is going to be tackled right there as Monterio Mack in on the tackle. Dylan Burnham also coming up from his safety position to make the tackle. 2nd down and 6 for Greenwood after a pickup of 4. They go to the ground. Wilkinson running left, and Benton was waiting for him out there. Was that Monterio Mack again?
No, it looks like that.
Yes,
it was Monterio. Boy, Dio, come back in here. Monterio has had an unbelievable second half.
He really has. I mean, that's what happens when you're a senior and you're coming off the bench, getting some minutes. You want to prove you're supposed to be out there the whole night. So he's come out and playing like that, really showing how he played as he kind of progressed through the season. We started calling his name a lot. And then I think he was sick, maybe missed practice a little bit and kind of got off schedule. But he looks like he's back now, coming up huge in this final series.
1:33 to go in the ball game. Greenwood facing 3rd down and 7 at their own 39-yard line. Greenwood offense on the field. The Benton defense back on the field. Greenwood is going to bunch 3 receivers to the left, a single receiver to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Now they bring Brown in motion to the right. Presley takes a snap, looks left, throws for Brown, and Brown is going to lunge toward the 1st down, and they are going to mark him. Boy, it looks like just short, Terry.
He's short. He's going to set up a 4th down.
4th down and 1 for Greenwood.
This is the ball game right here.
1:26 to go. 4th down and 1 Bulldogs. They bunch 3 receivers right. Going to give it to Wilkinson. He's got the 1st down into Benton territory at the 48-yard line as Mack and Jackson Drury make the tackle. They move the chains. 1st down Bulldogs.
That Panther defense struggling to get set.
And now a whistle by the linesman across the way, and that's going to slow the Greenwood offense down. They keep trying to snap the ball before the chains are set, Terry, and I think the linesman's
had enough of that.
Putting the brakes on it. So 1st down Greenwood. And I think they may put some time back on the clock. It was at 1:21. It's down to 1:14 now. As the official comes to the near side to speak with Brad Harris. Brad Harris is going to get on the headphones, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to add some seconds on the clock.
1:20.
We're going to put 6 seconds back on the game clock. First down and 10 Bulldogs at the Benton 47-yard line. Presley takes the snap, gives it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson coming right. Kane Simmons comes up from his strong safety position to make the tackle at the 44. A gain of 3 at 2nd and 7.
Boy, we need a sack right here.
Clock at 1 minute. Snap back to Presley. He looks, throws for Angel, makes the catch at the 40-yard line. Jackson Drury makes the tackle. But it's going to be 3rd down for Greenwood, 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and Drury wrestled him back another 2 yards. It's going to be back to the 30. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 39-yard line.
41.
Or 41-yard line.
And now the
thanks.
I tell you, the officials keep stopping play to conference, and that's got to be frustrating the life out of Greenwood at the pace they play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As the umpire, the linesman, and the referee have a mini conference. Now we're ready to go. 3rd down and 4, Greenwood at the Benton 41. Benton leads 45-38. Motion out of the backfield, empty gun, throw to Lazaro Angel, makes the catch, gets a block. Lazaro Angel tripped up. That was perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle by Wyatt Howard.
Yeah, it sure was, and that was a great play call, too. They saw something they didn't like and shifted the coverage and the pressure over to the right side. They went back left, and
first down at the Benton 23. Presley looking, Presley throwing. Caden Brown makes the catch at the 15-yard line. That keeps the clock running. 30 seconds to go. Benton leading by 7. It's 2nd down and 2, Greenwood at the Benton 15. Presley takes the high snap, gives it off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson stiff arms Mack. Coming up to make the tackle from the secondary for Benton is Kane Simmons at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st down Greenwood, and the Bulldogs take a timeout with 19 seconds to go.
Man, what a ball game.
Let's go down to Dio as Greenwood has it at the Benton 10.
Well, here's where I hope Coach Wynn is telling his team there's nothing wrong with a penalty right now. You know, if the ball's in the air and you can't make a play on the ball, commit a penalty. take the penalty, but don't let them score here for anything. So you know they're probably going to try to put it in the air at least once or twice just because there's 19 seconds. But D-backs need to be ready to, you know, stop the touchdown at all costs. Now, given if they commit a penalty with time expired, they're going to get another play, so it doesn't do you any good there, but cannot let them catch the ball in the end zone here.
Greenwood with 1 timeout remaining, the Panthers with 2. Benton leads 45-38, 19 seconds to go. It is 1st down and 10 Greenwood beyond the 10-yard line. They can get a 1st down without a touchdown. Throw by Presley, picked off. That ball's picked off. It's picked off by Kate Clark. Kate Clark picked it off, and the Panthers just have to kneel it out. And the 19-game winning streak, the 35-game win streak in the conference is going to end tonight.
Man, we talked about it earlier. Sometimes you just got to take chances, and that's exactly what Cade Clark did. He stepped in front, made the interception, and the Benton Panthers are going to win this ball game.
Down goes Greenwood. Benton's going to win it as Cade Clark picked it off. The last time Greenwood lost a conference game was in Saline County against Bryant.
That's right.
35 games ago. Snap. Panthers are just going to plow forward, and that's going to keep the clock running. And Rick Jones is going to go back to Sebastian County with a timeout in his back pocket. Benton has won. Benton has defeated Greenwood 45-38. Panthers win it.
One of the biggest games in the history of this program, upsetting #1 Greenwood Bulldogs and taking a commanding 5-0 conference record into next week.
Boy, you could not be happier for Brad Harris. Could not be happier for that group of Benton Panthers.
And that group of seniors who played so big tonight.
Look, when the Panthers started 0-3,
oh, yeah,
there were people jumping off the bandwagon that are going to jump back on right now.
Oh, yeah. Welcome aboard.
Get back on. Get back on. Benton has defeated Greenwood 45-38. We are going to step aside, catch our breath, and come back for an unbelievably happy Brent Houston for Circuit Judge Panther postgame show tonight as Benton has downed Greenwood 45-38. This is Benton Panther football on 106.7 The Ride and the Benton Football Network.
We're extremely community-oriented in Benton, and that's the same thing that we have at Cornerstone. A lot of the things that Cornerstone enables me to do, the great experience that we provide, it allows the customer to focus on what's really important in their life and not just getting their loan. We're going to take care of that part so that they can get to watching their kids' football game or to that recital that's important to them, and that's what really matters.
Jones Heating and Air, located at 520 Edison Avenue in Benton, specializes in residential, commercial, and new construction HVAC systems and offers 24-hour service. Jones is a proud supporter of Benton Panther Athletics, the Saline County Boys and Girls Club, and youth sports at Benton's Riverside Park. Find out more at jonesheatingandair.com or call 501-778-3324.
It's Friday, so Panther fans are thinking about our friends over at Riverside Grocery. Everyone knows about their catering that's good as grandma's, but their breakfast and lunch are becoming a Saline County tradition. Deer season's just around the corner, and Riverside's also your headquarters for feed and game processing. So whether you're gassing up or grabbing those essential tailgating supplies, Riverside Grocery has everything you need. Drop by Riverside and start your weekend right.
Saline County is one of the fastest growing areas in the entire country. The state's best schools, thriving businesses, family-friendly communities, and the great outdoors combine to make our home both exceptional and uniquely local. At Saline Health System, we deliver care that's as extraordinary as our home. With the most advanced technology and a team of doctors and nurses who know you by name, we're here to provide the care you deserve. Because around here, local is always extraordinary.
The signature win of the Brad Harris era.
No two ways about that.
Benton defeats Greenwood tonight 45-38. And I don't think Rick Jones had only lost 24 games as the coach at Greenwood. They had won 19 in a row. They hadn't lost a conference game since 2014. And the Benton Panthers just took them down, Terry, tonight.
Well, and they did it because of great coaching and because of great effort by those seniors. The coaches had a great game plan. They watched Greenwood, and we talked about it all week. We were a little quiet about it, but we talked about it all week. This is not one of the same Greenwood teams that we've seen in the past, and this coaching staff believed that they had a chance to beat these guys tonight. And this group of seniors and their classmates and their teammates went out on this field, and really, when you look at where Greenwood was holding everyone else and what we did tonight, we put a whooping on them.
That's a team that had only allowed 101 points in 7 games, and the Benton Panthers put 45 on the board tonight. And every time Greenwood seemed to seize momentum, the Panthers just took it right back, Terry. It was impressive tonight to watch Benton respond over and over and over as we continue the Brent Houston for Circuit Judge Panther postgame show. Dio.
Hey, I'm gonna do the MVPs first.
Go ahead.
We got our Cornerstone Home Lending offensive MVP of the game, DeAnthony. Good night of living. You got to tell me about that one run. You know which it was really a swing pass, but you got to talk about that. Tell me about that. What were you thinking right there?
End zone. That's all I was thinking. Get to the end zone.
Well, tell us about your offense tonight, because you guys played different than you've played all season. Just seemed like you guys executed well tonight. I mean, what was the deal? What was the attitude and the mindset going into this game?
Our mindset was to be relentless, and everybody did that tonight. And our O-line stepped up, blocked the way they blocked. Our receivers stepped up, blocked the way they were blocking, and that's how we got it tonight.
There you go, giving credit to the guys blocking for him. Good game, man. Good job. All right, let's talk to Cade. Cade, our defensive MVP, Cade, coming up huge. Interception in the south end zone, which is that end zone has got something special in it.
Amen.
But let me tell you something. I mean, sealing the game for your team. Defense tonight played absolutely lights out, especially in the second quarter. I mean, what was the deal? What was y'all's mindset going into this?
Well, Coach Harris said earlier it was storming outside. They said be the perfect storm, and that's basically what we did. We stepped up, we learned from our mistakes, and we played. Just like D-Buddy said, we played relentless, played to be the perfect storm, and came out with the W.
Well, what were you seeing on that? They were trying to go to their big 6'4" receiver. You saw the pass. You decided to jump in front of it. I mean, that was a risky play, but you came down with it. What was going through your mind?
Earlier in the game, I had missed a pick in that almost the same spot, but 20 yards forward, same exact kind of scenario. And it's all I'd been on my mind. I said, if it happens again, I'm not going to let it. I'm stepping forward and catching it. I'm not sitting back and let it get deflected. And I saw the opportunity, and I came out with it.
Well, congratulations, Cornerstone Home Lending Defensive MVP. I'm going to try to get over here and get Coach Harris, but listen, everybody on the field wants to talk to Coach Harris. Every news crew is in town. You had 4-16-11 down here. Roger Scott talked to him with 103.7. It's a big game. This is a big win for the program.
Hey, why don't you get Freddie's take?
Well, I tell you what, I think me and Tony Linehan are going to come over here. I'm going to do a joint interview with Tony over here. Do you mind if I jump in here, Tony?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Coach, 5-0 in conference. Lake Hamilton's now 5-0 too. They took down Sheridan tonight, so huge matchup next week. But let's celebrate this win. Talk about what your team did tonight.
Well, we finally took it to Greenwood, for 4 quarters. We talked to the guys all week about being relentless. That's how those guys play. When we was up 14, they had a little downside line, but I knew they were gonna make a run at us. And our guys were able to fight back and continue playing. We had some big plays throughout the whole game, but at the end, man, we had some guys step up and make some plays offensively, defensively. We had a chance to keep them out of the end zone down here when Austin Drury missed the pick, all right, but we came back, and we tell them all the time, it's not how you start, it's how you finish it. We made some mistakes, but we've come back. They're on a 19-game run until tonight, and that's one thing we harped on them all week, and 2 of those wins last year were against us. And we've heard all this week, hey, mighty Greenwood Bulldogs are coming to town, all right? Don't know if you can survive the storm. We told them all week that they were going to be the storm tonight, and they did a great job of fighting for 4 quarters for us.
They absolutely did. 4-quarter team. I'm going to let you talk to these other guys. Good game, Coach. All right, guys. He said it. They were the perfect storm tonight. The Benton Panthers were for sure.
Dio, you mentioned it. What is it about the south end zone?
I don't know what it is, but that end zone's got some I think that's where they poured out the spirit of C.W. Lewis or something maybe. I don't know what happened, but that south end zone has got something special. In the 4th quarter, game-sealing or game-winning game-winning drives.
Yes.
Defensive stands happen in that end zone.
D'Anthony Harper, 30 carries tonight for 125 yards, 1 catch for 56 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Wow, what a night. What a night.
Dio, why don't you weigh in with your final words?
Well, what can you say when you hang 45 points on a team that's given up 101 in the 7 prior games? There's something to be said for your offense. I mean, we've known that our offense has had some firepower. We just haven't really seen it. We've seen it in little spurts, but what a huge game, what a huge confidence builder going into Lake Hamilton next week. And, hey, guess what? We broke the curse. We were out of school today.
Yes.
And that has never fared well. It didn't matter how good we are. The last couple of years we played Lake Hamilton. Seems like that was always just a burr in our saddle. But tonight we get the victory against Greenwood. I mean, this is huge. It's like Arkansas beating Arkansas may beat Alabama. I'd go put your money on it tomorrow.
There you go. Hey, what's Freddie got to say?
Freddie, what are you thinking?
Hey, when we come in this game, I wanted this game so bad, and then we got out there and played ball, and we won the thing.
That's right. He wanted it so bad, and y'all, Freddie did. I've never seen Freddie he wouldn't even hardly talk to me. He was so focused on this game.
I'm going to tell you, from Dixie Street to the stadium tonight, I bet he told me 5 times, Terry, I want this one so bad.
Yeah.
I want this one so bad.
He told me that while we were in the booth.
So Freddie has been rewarded, and all of Benton Panther fans have been rewarded. After an 0-3 start, the Panthers have now won 5 in a row, including taking down number 1 ranked Greenwood tonight, 45-38. So we take a final look at the stats as Morgan Garrett puts those on the screen for us. Benton outgains Greenwood tonight, 464-381. Panthers convert 6 of 13 on third down. Games like this, Terry, the turnover margin always has a lot to say. Benton with 2 interceptions tonight, 1 fumble recovery. Benton +2 in the turnover margin.
Hey, I just had to take a little selfie pic of the final stats because that is just amazing going up against a Greenwood team, a very disciplined program. They're so good year in and year out, and the Panthers just came out and put up 464 total yards on Greenwood's defense, which is just absolutely outstanding. And so proud of this team.
No doubt. I'm trying to get back to the stats that Bobby McAllister sent to my phone, and we have got so many text messages to get through to get back to the stats. But I do want to recognize the individual performances. D-Buddy, 3 carries for 125 yards. Casey Johnson, 6 carries for 79 yards. All 6 of those were huge carries for Casey. Garrett Brown tonight, 16 of 24 passing for 270 yards. Receiving for Benton, Gavin Wells, 7 catches, 66 yards. Braxton Slaughter had 5 catches for 80 yards. Peyton Hudgens, 3 for 68. And D-Buddy, 1 catch for 56 yards. Wyatt Howard had an interception. Bryce Gallagher recovered a fumble, and Cade Clark, the game-winning interception.
And I know we're running up against the hard break, but let me just state this. The one thing that we hadn't said enough is how well that offensive line played. D-Buddy had an incredible night that he'll remember the rest of his life, but he did it because of the blocking that went on up front with that offensive line, which at many times during this season has been a mash group. But tonight they showed up, and they played their role, and they made a huge impact in the outcome of this football game.
No doubt. The front on defense as well. Caleb Kaufman, Justin Walker, Brett Barbary, Colin Yandell. Awesome. How about Monterio Mack coming off the bench in the second half? It was an unbelievable win tonight for the Benton Panthers over the Greenwood Bulldogs. 19 in a row, over. 35 conference wins in a row, over. Tell you, folks from Greenwood not going to want to come to Saline County much. It was Bryan in 2014. It's Benton in 2019. And now the Panthers are 5-0 in conference play, and will go to play 5-0 Lake Hamilton next Friday. And that's going to be our next broadcast of Benton Panther football on 106.7 The Ride and the Benton Football Network when the Panthers go to Garland County to play the Lake Hamilton Wolves. It will be a game for conference supremacy and very critical to playoff seeding. The Everett Buick GMC Panther pregame show will begin at 6:30 with kickoff to follow at 7 o'clock. Thank you, Barrett Pfeiffer, for doing a great job directing. Thank you, Mason Woolbright, for producing and running replay and working out some bugs due to the weather in the early going on our YouTube feed. The number 2 fan of the Panthers, Morgan Garrett, a great job on graphics tonight. Appreciate Caleb Bingston, Kendrick Ollison, and Marcus Robinson battling the elements and doing great camera work for us tonight. Thank you to our friends at Signal Media, Stephen Henry Johnson, Mike Kennedy, and Nick Allen for all your help making 106.7 The Ride, the radio home of Benton football. And it's always great being home because of the great help and hospitality we get from our good friend, Benton Athletic Director Scott Nethery. We want to remind you that DVD copies of all Benton Panther football games can be purchased for $17, and I bet there's going to be a lot of orders for this one, plus $3 shipping charge. You can order those at mmproductions.net. On behalf of the Hall of Famer Jim Landers, on behalf of Tony Linehan, Dio Vanucci, Terry Benham, and the number one fan of the Benton Panthers, Freddie Reinhardt, I'm Jim Gardner. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Benton Panther football. Again, tonight's final score, Benton 45, Greenwood 38. Until we greet you next Friday night from Lake Hamilton High School, good night, God bless, and go Benton.